continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the Arrington Ice Arena here at Adrian College. It's a top 10 Division III hockey showdown as the Aurora University Spartans are back in Adrian, taking on your Adrian College Bulldogs. Hello everybody. Ian Wendt, Alex Herman on the mic for you. We got a good one. We have a trio of teams here. Bulldogs and Spartans, the showcase here today. A Sunday late matinee showdown, and maybe revenge on the mind of the Bulldogs as the Spartans came in here and took two from Adrian back in November. They seem to be for real.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be an exciting weekend. You got three great teams, Adrian College, Aurora University, and Bowdoin coming all the way from the East Coast. It's certainly going to be a hard trip for them, but a lot of exciting hockey, and I mean, I don't even know which game is the best one. You start off with two top 10 ranked teams in Adrian and Aurora. Adrian being number 7, Aurora number 5. It's an NCAA classic rivalry matchup, and you have an instant spectacle here from the AIA.
That you do. These Spartans will take on Bowdoin tomorrow, and then the Bulldogs will play the Polar Bears on Tuesday afternoon. I had an opportunity to sort of go back a few years, about 2018, 19, maybe early 2020, where I went on the road with this men's hockey team, and they played Aurora University, and I talked to their head coach, Jason Bloomingburg, who is childhood friends with former Adrian College head coach Adam Krug. So we had a nice conversation then, and I had a good one with him just moments ago in the locker room. So we'll get to that interview with Coach Bloomingburg and the Spartans right after this 30-second timeout here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
To the presentation of
on the Adrian College Sports Network on a Sunday late afternoon, early evening. My name is Ian Wendt. I'm standing next to the head coach of the Aurora University Spartans, Jason Bloomingburg. It's been a couple years since we've talked, and it was back in Aurora a few years ago. Great to see you, and boy, what a start to your season. 10-2, 6-2 in the conference. You're on a 4-game win streak, and 4 of those 10 wins were here in this building. We'll get to that in a second, but 10-2 start. I don't know if that's creeping up on or the best start in program history, but you have to be impressed with the first 12 games.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, it's a great start to the year. I think this group's just built a little different. It started in the spring last year, 16 returners, very close group, led by our captain, Giuliano Santalucia, which he's done a phenomenal job, and bringing in the freshmen. It's a different group. Not sure if it's our best start, but it's pretty close. I think it's our best start as far as beating quality opponents and ranked opponents. Out of our first 8 games, 6 of them were ranked. So that's a pretty high achievement right there. And I just think, like I said, the group's great. They're just built different. They don't let the little things bother them. And, coming back to, back in November, coming here and getting 2 big wins, this was kind of conquering the dragon. We haven't won here. We've been close. They've been at the top of the food chain for a long time here. And, once I took the job here, it was trying to chase what Adrian and St. Norbert's done in this conference and, getting right up there with both of them. That was kind of the goal. And now, it's hanging and not only being there with them, but trying to surpass them. And I think, back in November, we finally figured out what we need to do for 60 minutes, and there was no letdown. We didn't take our foot off the gas, and it's one of those things where we really learned from our mistakes over the years, and maybe where our games cost us here, and maybe mentality wasn't right for the whole 60 minutes. And we saw that last year. We were able to split with them at our rink, and use that momentum and carry it over to this year.
Yeah, and speaking of this year, and you alluded to it a couple times. Not only win once, but complete a sweep, and those are the conference points. This game a non-conference, but still big, for overall standings. But bus ride over here must have been confident, and I can't imagine the bus ride coming back.
Yeah, it was something special. Not only for myself, building this program, but for my guys to, own that moment. You hold on to the losses a lot more than you get to enjoy the wins, and that one was very special to us. And it's one of those ones that's an all-time in my mind, and it's going to stay with us probably forever. But we know how much work went into not only getting the first win, but having to do it the next night and no letdowns. It meant even more. And now coming back here, we know we're going to see the best version of the Bulldogs that we've seen. And I think we're ready for the test, and it's going to be a rock fight out there.
Yes, safe bet.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those games. Yep. Most recently, you played a couple home against Hamlin University. No win's comfortable, but you put up a good margin against those guys, and you picked up your 100th career win. Could you speak to that? Triple digits is something special.
Yeah, it's. I hope the next 100 comes a little quicker, but building a program coming, in the first 2 years where they only have a combined, 3-4 wins. There was a lot of ups and downs, a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights. And I said to our guys, it was so special because it's not a me thing. That's a we thing. They do the work. They listen. They buy in. I push the buttons and make the calls. Ultimately, you're the head of the program. You get all the praise and, a lot of the heat too. But I will say that that's a program thing. Even though it's great to have that achievement under your record and that accolade, that's a testament to all the guys that have played for me. And it was very special to enjoy it with my family and everything. So it was really great. I appreciate that.
Talked with Jason Bloomingburg, head hockey coach at Aurora University. Let's touch a little on the NCAA. You alluded to it. 4 teams in the top 10, and I think the middle of this conference. A couple teams took Adrian overtime. Things like that. This might be the best and the deepest I've seen the conference. In my time, you've been around a little longer. What's your assessment of the league? And you've played. You've already faced Norbert and Adrian a couple times. So
yeah, going. I say it's the SEC of hockey, the SEC football conference. We come here to play Alabama, and then you got to go play Georgia the next weekend from Adrian and St. Norbert. That back-to-back number 2s on the road in different weeks. I don't know how many times that's been done at this level, let alone in our conference. So I think that speaks to the coaching, the schools hiring the right guys, putting in the value to the student athletes, the money, all the things that go in line. Our budgets don't get smaller. They get bigger. Travel gets more. Equipment gets more expensive. Food on the road, everything. So for us to be there, it's our institutions. And, this doesn't go if the structure and the foundation's not there. So that's a testament to all the schools in our conference. And like you said, that middle of the pack, you better show up every day. And I'll remember something, Adam Krug and I have been friends since we've been kids. And one thing he always said to me early on when I was like, well, how'd you drop a game to Lake Forest or this? What happened? Yeah. And he said something I'll never forget. He goes, you got to remember where we're at, being ranked number 2, number 1, whatever it is. He goes, we're going to get everyone's best every night. And that was something that I always remembered. And, it's easy to show up for these games. Sometimes you let it slip when a team's, 5-6 or 5-8, whatever, and they're your Stanley Cup final every time. They're getting off that bus and you got a target on your back. So I think that's a testament. In this conference, like I said, it's the best in the country. You go up and down lineups on every team. There's players that could easily be at Division I. You got so many quality coaches that could be coaching at Division I. I just think it says a lot about this conference, and it's only continuously getting better.
Absolutely. Let's talk about a couple of your guys. You already mentioned your captain, but looking at the points, you got Hassan Ackle with 19 points, 15 assists. And Landry Schmuck with 10 goals already on the season. Was a conference 3-star of the week last week. Could you touch on those two and what they bring to your lineup?
They're game changers. Very special to have them on the same line. They do a lot of good things. I think the speed they play with, the skill that they possess, and they have that mentality to not only to help the team and put points on the board, but, they know they have to drive us at times. But I think the biggest thing is they're finding to be elite point getters and goal scorers at this level. And when you combine their speed and creative skill, playmaking ability, it's very dangerous. And now to have two guys like that, I've said it even recruiting Ackle here. I thought he could be one of the best players in the country. His was just getting his mind right. And the difference, Landry coming in, he comes into a really good team where Ackle came into an okay team. But Landry's relentlessness on the puck and everything is kind of what separates him. And he's just a freshman. He doesn't know any better, and he just keeps working hard. So both of those kids are students of the game. I love coaching them. Just in general, this group could be one of my favorite groups I've ever had. And saying that halfway through the season, I think says a lot too. Mm-hmm. And the biggest thing is because how they manage each other and they manage a team. I have, 25 assistants in that room, that helped me. So it's great. And those two they'll be, close to being All-Americans at this level.
Talking with Aurora head coach Jason Bloomingburg. A couple more for you, Coach. What can take a good team to a great team is goaltending.
Yep.
Jacob Musatelli, 7-2 this year, just over 2.5 goals given up a game, 92% save percentage. I mean, they call him backstops for a reason. Yeah. He's having a great season.
Yeah, he's a pro's pro, that kid. As lead as they come, what he puts in his body. I mean, he's, chiseled out of granite. I mean, he was, former Division I player, full scholarships at Clarkson at Maine. Things didn't work out there because they had some high-level draft picks ahead of him. Got passed over, had a little chip on his shoulder, and I think everyone's paying the price for it now. Very good, just how he communicates from the back end, the key saves he makes, not only at the key saves and the big ones, the timely saves that help keep us in it, and how good he can manage the game for us. He's world class. I do believe you'll see him in the AHL someday.
All right, simple question to end it. Keys to victory today, and get a 3-game season sweep against the Bulldogs in their building. What's the key to get a win today?
Starting fast. I think getting on our toes quick, keeping pucks in their own zone, just being on top of them, defending early and defending hard, and not letting them get behind us. And I think for both teams, it's the game within the game and staying out of the box and not putting each other on the power play, because that's where teams can be very dangerous. So I think at the end of the day, it's us playing our game and doing what we're supposed to do, and our guys just being different.
All right, Coach, congrats on the early season success, and hopefully things keep rolling, and thanks for the time, and good luck today.
Awesome. Thank you for the time. I appreciate it. It's great to see you again.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a couple years. Jason Bloomingburg, head men's hockey coach at Aurora University. Bulldogs and Spartans coming up next on the Adrian College Sports Network. For the Adrian College. Hello and welcome back to the friendly confines of the Arrington Ice Arena, looking down on Weston Rink on this Sunday afternoon edition of Bulldog Hockey. NCAA D3 action, 2 top 10 teams in the country, Aurora University and Adrian College. We just heard from Spartans coach Jason Bloomingburg, recently picked up his 100th career win. This is a program that's been building and looking at teams like Adrian College, looking at teams like St. Norbert, and right now they find themselves even with, and in this case, one step ahead in the standings.
Yeah, absolutely. They're third in the NCAA conference right now. They're fifth nationally. I mean, they're having a super strong season. Through the couple of years that I've been here, at least, every single matchup between these two teams is always extremely hard fought. Aurora is a school that just never gives up. They've got a lot of really, really great players in Hassan Ackle and Jacob Musatelli that you definitely have to watch out for today. And the expectation for me, at least, is you have to wonder how good of a game that Aurora is going to bring to this rink.
And a word that might come to mind of listeners and viewers is pride. Not a lot of teams come into this building and get victories. Aurora did it twice back in mid-November. Bulldogs looking to grab a win. And this does not count toward the conference standings, but it counts towards potentially, if this team needs an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament, this game will play into that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you want to finish as high in all of the standings as you possibly can, whether it's nationally or your conference. It helps out if you're the number one team in your conference, because that gives you a little bit more of a guarantee in that playoff, and then towards your votes, towards the national ranking. But this is a game that really, I think, for Adrian is a must-win. It could be a very pivotal point in their season where things haven't exactly gone the way that they thought it was going to, and there have been bumps in the roads, and this is a way that they could definitely smooth things out.
10-2 Aurora, 9-3 Adrian College. I had a chance to talk to the first-year head coach of the Bulldogs, Adam Phillips. Nice conversation with Coach ahead of this one as I sat down with the Bulldog head man. We'll get to that interview right after this short break. We'll be back in 30. You're tuned in to Bulldog Hockey on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics. Brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
For the Adrian College Sports Network on a Sunday afternoon in Adrian, I'm Ian Wendt. It's the pregame show with the
Name to the presentation.
NCAA men's team at Adrian College, Adam Phillips. It's the pregame show, a top 10 showdown on the New Year's weekend as the Aurora University Spartans come into town to take on your Bulldogs. Coach, start to the season. Record looks good, 9-3. You face some very tough competition, but you've racked up some wins in the conference, 6-2, and you're on a 6-game winning streak. I'd say the season's had its ups and downs, at least early.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Some ups and downs, but I think one thing that we've learned about our group is that we're extremely resilient. We've had a handful of close games, some overtime games, and then some losses sprinkled in there that we've really learned from. So I think looking back at the first half, I think we battled through some adversity. We've shown resilience. I think that we started to put some wins together there and starting to build and have some momentum here into the second half.
Well, kind of maybe the weekend that did jumpstart this winning streak was 2 losses here to the Aurora team. Something fans aren't used to seeing, the 3-3 home record and 2 losses. But if you could take us back to that weekend and maybe what you've learned or what your team has learned or changed since then.
Yeah, well, first of all, they're a heck of a team, and we're excited to get another crack at them here tonight. That weekend, early in the season, we didn't really like how we played on Friday night. We weren't playing to our identity, and we felt that we had a much better game on Saturday. We outchanced them, and sometimes we don't get the bounces and those don't go in, but our response was much better from Friday to Saturday, and we just didn't get the result. But the response was there, and I think, to your point, that kind of jump-started the winning streak that we have right now. But for us, if we feel that we're playing the right way and we're playing within our structure and to our identity, the result's going to take care of itself.
I would say a hard-fought, gritty win, but a high-scoring weekend. Most recently over in Milwaukee against Milwaukee School of Engineering. 5 goals, 7 goals. I have to like that. Some lapses defensively, but what did you take away from that weekend? And then you've been on a mini break, so to speak.
Yeah, the break was nice. The weekend at MSOE was nice. Another tough opponent in conference. It's never easy to win on the road, especially. So to come out of there with 2 wins was great, especially the conference points. But I thought that was another step for our team, to go in there and to get the job done Friday. And then, a lineup that had some injuries and some suspensions for Saturday. And some new guys inserted into the lineup. And the guys dug deep, and we found a way to get the sweep.
The sweep that weekend compared to Lawrence and Marion, you got 6 points in that trip, 5 points in those others with the 2 overtime wins. I mean, there are 3 points to be had per game. How important is it to grab every point possible?
Yeah, obviously the ones in regulation are the best, but the Marion one and the Lawrence one, again, two really tough teams. There's no nights off in our conference, and the guys dug deep, and we found a way to get those wins in overtime, and the ones in Milwaukee in regulation were great.
Talk with Adam Phillips, the head coach of the NCAA men's hockey team at Adrian College. You've alluded to it, the NCHA, Northern Collegiate Hockey Association. Right now, it wouldn't be controversial to say the best conference in the country in D3 hockey. And it's weird for fans to see, Adrian not at the top of that list, but you have Norbert, you have Trine, you have this Aurora team, and Adrian all in the mix. You've been around this conference a little bit, in your time here, the first stint. What's your takeaway from this league?
I think just credit to all the programs in the league in general, just top to bottom. It's just gotten stronger and stronger over the last handful of years. And, the teams that are ranked in the top 10 right now are all really good teams and programs. But the ones that are not ranked in the top 10 right now that are in the conference are all still really, really, good teams, and they're continuing to build. So our conference specifically and Division III hockey in general is really a good brand of hockey. And I think it's a good thing to have these tough matchups every weekend. And I think, your team's going to be battle tested going into the playoff run and the NCAA tournament.
There's, certainly talent up and down your lineup, coach, and, trying to figure out who plays ball with others and, what lines you need to break up or guys get hurt. I think that's been a big part of this story this season. Have you kind of figured it out at this point, or it's still kind of a work in progress?
I think it's getting there for sure. Like any start of the season, you're trying different line combinations, trying to, try different guys with different guys and see where there may or may not be chemistry, and that takes time. And with our injuries, we've been able to plug guys in with different lines, and I definitely think it's getting there. I think we have some lines that have some really good chemistry, or at the very least 2 guys on a line that have chemistry, and I think we're working towards, all 3. Hopefully we get completely healthy, and that kind of, takes form as we go into the second half here.
Let's talk about a couple of players. Your leading point getter, Ian Amsbaugh. I mean, he's been from start till right now, and knock on wood, it continues. He's been the point getter for your squad, and I feel like we talk about him every Friday on the show. But he's kind of butted into, from raw talent to a goal scorer and a playmaker.
Yeah, for sure. I think, the production speaks for itself, but I think what we like about Ian is, his play away from the puck and his defensive play is getting better as well. So it's not just the production, but his overall game is rounding out, and, he wants to be coached hard, and he's doing a good job rounding out his 200-foot game.
Some nights it starts and stops with, the guy between the pipes, the All-American goalie, Dershawn Stewart. He's back, and he's been a brick wall for you guys. And I know you say you have 3 capable goalies, and that's certainly true, but, Dershawn's the guy, it's his net.
Yeah, he's been great all year. Obviously, he's played all but 1 game so far, and there's definitely confidence with the team, with him and Ned, and the coaching staff as well. So obviously, anytime you have a guy like that, in between the pipes, it's definitely a comforting feeling as a coach.
All right, one more. What's the key to getting a victory here on a Sunday late afternoon against a team that beat you twice already?
I think a couple keys. One, getting off to a good start. Obviously, both teams are coming off a couple-week break here. Just getting off to a good start, scoring that first goal, and just committing to playing to our identity for a full 60 minutes.
All right, sounds good, Coach. Again, don't have to say it, but like to. Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
This has been your pregame interview with the NCAA head men's hockey coach at Adrian College, Adam Phillips. Bulldog hockey coming up next on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Ten years ago, Adrian College Television set out on a mission to bring the excitement, the passion, and the unforgettable moments of Bulldog athletics to fans everywhere. From the field to the court, from nail-biting finishes to championship victories, ACTV has been there to capture it all.
Yeah, Jordan Spear, happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure.
This year, we celebrate a decade of dedication, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, and delivering the energy of Adrian College straight to your screen. Here's to the next chapter at ACTV, because at Adrian College, the story is just beginning.
Welcome to Adrian College, the Arrington Ice Arena, the site for this men's Division III hockey contest, top 10 contest between the Spartans of Aurora University and the Adrian College Bulldogs. Ian Wentz, Alex Herman on the call. Let's take a look at the starters first for the visiting Spartans.
Grabbing our materials, going together. On the forward line for the Spartans, we'll have Jackson Kirk, Chase Schmidt, Lucas Sedlicek, one of those top scorers for the Spartans squad. Got to watch out for him. Mathis Bedard, Giuliano Santalucia, and of course in net it's going to be the big man, the senior Jacob Musatelli, between the red pipes. On the other side for the Bulldogs, we'll take a look at them. You've got Ian Amsball, leading scorer for this Bulldogs squad, Ryan Patosha, Anton Sorensen, Ben Loretto, David Clark, and our starting netminder, Dershawn Stewart.
Referees are Paul Rigby, Mark DeRosiers, linesman Joshua Danielowski, and Charles Ludlow, and we are underway from Adrian College. Non-conference showdown between these two. Teams go back and forth. There's some heavy hitting in the Bulldog end as the puck is scooped up by Ben Loretto, skating it through the left-handed shot defenseman. Plays it off to his right wing. Through the zone with speed. Sends one to the net, and it's kicked away. That was David Clark getting the first opportunity, a youngster freshman from Tecumseh.
Love Clark stepping up there just to try and generate some kind of opportunity early on in this first period. You don't see him rush up the ice, but as a defenseman, but showed a lot of speed there and almost banked it home off of that pad from Musatelli.
Down at the other end, Dershawn Stewart with the cover-up, just about 30-plus seconds into this contest. However you may be tuning in, we appreciate it. Our skeleton crew today features yours truly, Ian Wendt, Alex Herman on color commentary, Dakota Schneider, our engineer, Forrest Vernier on the camera, and Trevor Wilson, our engineer, back in our downtown Adrian radio studios as we are simulcasting here tonight. Puck battle down below the Bulldog goal. 3 Bulldogs and 2 Spartans. It goes free to the point. Wines fires it, hit a body, it hit Real. It's picked up by the Dogs, 23, Frank Tofalski as he gains the zone. Brad Summers there as well. Tofalski in. Bulldogs making a change, partially. Possession turned over to Aurora University. They bang it on down. Dershawn Stewart puts it on a tee for his offensive-minded defenseman, Julian Jacob.
Always good to see Jacob back in the lineup. There was definitely a pretty noticeable gap when he was out for the first part of the season, and having 4-4 back there on the blue line is definitely going to help them throughout this one and then the rest of the season.
Puck goes into the Bulldog bench, headed by Adam Phillips. Not his first time with the program, but the first-year head coach. Of course, an assistant with the 2022 National Championship team. Spartans play it through neutral ice into the Bulldog end. Jacob on it, out there with Levisak. Plays it over, a little too hot to handle. The Spartans shoot it back down as Will Bowman gathers behind his goalie, Dershawn Stewart. Here goes Patrick Saney with speed across the penalty boxes. Gets through the blue line, left the puck there. He's going in after it. Levisak with a pinch down. Puck at the Spartan blue line. It's picked up there by Aurora. They send it on down. Looking to establish some offense. A quick shot, gloved down by Stewart as he covers it with just over 2 minutes gone by in this contest. That quick shot put on goal by Blake Condor.
Like that shot from Condor, cutting to the left, throwing it back the other way, trying to have some misdirection with Dershawn Stewart. And you saw it there a little bit hard to handle as he was coming back to his right, in and out of the webbing, but made the stop nonetheless.
Face-off controlled by Adrian College, but a good pressure there by the Spartans. Again, Aurora in the latest poll ranked number 5. Adrian ranked number 7. 2 NCAA foes. This does not count toward the conference standings. The Spartans got the better of the Bulldogs, sweeping Adrian here at home. Through the middle. We play down into the Aurora end as Troon got the puck down. Let the Bulldogs turn it back over. Really back and forth action. 2 shots for the visitors, 1 for the home team.
It's been noticeably smooth, I feel like, on both sides.
This is an attempt by Kirk. Got into the stick of the Bulldog defender, Anthony Malika, as some players converge behind Stewart. Puck out of play.
Just to finish the thought from before, I feel like the first 3 or so minutes have been very, very smooth. A lot different of a game from when we saw them in November. Everybody very tense, and nobody wanted to give up that first opening. And now you have a little bit of time to think about it, draw up some new strategy, and both these teams just going to fight hard for some kind of win today.
Yeah, both coaches' keys to victory, a fast start. We'll see who can get the first tally as it's Kudo to Amspaw for Adrian. Turned over. Quick low shot kicked away by Stewart, and they score. Rebound goal. There's the quick start. It's Lucas Sedlicek, and the junior from New York gets the first one on the board.
Classic pass-off pad play here for the Spartans. You see the Bulldogs cough it up at the blue line. That's a bad pass with not the best look, and right off the right pad of Dershawn Stewart. No chance for him on the rebound as everybody was caught behind the defenses, and just like that, 3 minutes in, 1-0 Spartans.
Sedlacek buries it for Aurora, who lead here in the early going. Talked about that quick start. There it is. Some rebound control issues for the Adrian netminder. No one to box out, to use a basketball term, and buries that rebound. Teams battle for it in the Adrian end. It's Ian Amsbaugh, plays it off the wall up to himself. Amsbaugh getting stick checked at center ice. And it goes back to Will Bowman into his skates, and it's turned over. Spartans the other way. Long shot. May have deflected off Stewart.
2 bad turnovers on back-to-back plays there that for the Bulldogs defense you really cannot make, because Aurora will take advantage of it.
Turnover in the Spartan end. It's Amsbaugh. Floats it to the point. Kicked in the zone further by Jacob. As Amsbaugh, Tefalski, and Patosha on the same line. They'll go back and defend as the Spartans shoot it down. It will not go on goal and will be an icing as Jacob beats the pursuing Spartan to the puck. 1-0 Aurora, 16-12 left in the first.
And these are one of the moments where it would help to have Captain Jake Swade either on the bench or on the ice to try and control things. Out of the lineup today for health-related issues, so we certainly hope that he's all right. But definitely one of those times you need your captain just to regroup everybody and get everybody focused to try and get one back on the board.
On the faceoff in the Spartans end, Aurora gets it to center, but a turnover. Here goes Reel at the left side. Plays it across. Shot by Summers, blocked by Lake. Rebound by Tefalski. And it's fought off into the corner.
2 good chances there and high percentage scoring opportunity.
There's Brad Summers along the wall. Tefalski pinching down. Can't keep it in the zone as Reel. And Matt Kudo back there for the Bulldogs. Nice saucer pass up to Reel. To the middle for Summers. Playing it across the line. Here it's a long shot. Fought off by Musatelli. And the rebound goes further to the corner. The Spartans get it out quickly. Turning defense to offense. That's the name of the game.
Sure is. And the Bulldogs need to make sure that going forward their passes are clean and crisp. Take a quick head check when you're scanning across the frozen surface. But 2 good shots in the O-zone. Just need to create some traffic in front of Musatelli.
Puck in the Spartan zone, controlled, skating up with speed. Sending it down too far, and it's an icing as Ben Loretto gets there first. We'll go back to the Spartans end. Aurora, we're in their blue jersey with a cream accent. The Bulldogs going with their home jerseys, a mix of black, gold, white, and gray. That's more for our radio audience, Alex. I know normally you're used to the aid of a camera. We have some listeners out there. 1-0 Aurora. Just about 5 minutes gone by in the opening period. Saney out there with Murphy. Now it's Loretto at the point. Nearly tipped by Saney. The shot from the point by Ben Loretto. Couple chances for the Bulldogs trying to get the equalizer here in this first period. Bouncing puck goes to center off the linesman Ludlow. And it's picked up there by Clark. Had the game's first opportunity as he floats it down for Levisak back into the slot into a Spartan leg. And no harm right there as that is their captain, Santa Lucia. Big hit along the far boards. Adrian in the middle of a change as Thrun is on the ice. Thrun plays it back for Loretto. Ben cross ice. Connor May going for a pass back to Loretto. Ben needs to retreat, plays it up high, skips the banners, up ahead to Valucci. He goes to the boards hard. Thrun spins it down further for Valucci. Has May in front. Over to the right side. Now it's back to the point. Jacob takes a shot. Musatelli off his stick and up and out of play.
Simple stick save, I was just about to say, from Musatelli. Had eyes on it from the second that it left the blade up at that right point. If you're going to find a way to beat the 6'3 netminder, you got to stack some bodies in front. And so far, a lot of those shots, aside from really one on top of the blue paint, has been from outside the house.
6'3", 200-pound senior. Here's a low shot directed off the mark. Jacob let it fly as Connor May holds the zone. And it's turned over to Aurora. Working left to right in this first period. 1-0 Spartans. Pass across. Shot deflected off a Bulldog leg. Nice defense there. Puck not out yet. As Will Bowman gets in front of it. Plays it high off the glass. May pursuing. Puck back to center. It's picked up there by Jacob. Spinning through a couple of Spartans, but not the third. Play to the center by Schmidt. Shot off a Bulldog stick and up and out of play. As that's a nice back check in there by the Bulldogs, who are looking up at a 1-0 deficit.
I think one of the things over the next couple of plays that Adrian College has to be aware of is letting the Aurora players sort of creep behind the defenses. You saw on the play before that, right before the entry, they had somebody right in front of Stewart, and nobody really picked him up, and luckily they didn't feed him a pass there because he would have been wide open.
It's ensuing face-off, played back for Kudo. Matt Kudo, the Bulldog defender, but it's off the wall, saved in there by Aurora. They play it up at the point. Now it's around back all the way to the right side, half wall. Now it's played into the corner. Spartans going low to high, pass out in front, and the shot just goes wide to Stewart, and another chance saved by Dershawn.
There you go.
You just mentioned it, players in front of the goal.
Can't leave players right there as Bulldogs skate off sides, but that's another chance for Aurora. 2 inches off top of the crease, and I mean, they've got some high-skilled shooters there. You really cannot give them that space.
Yeah, right there was Jake Code, the senior from Elmira, Ontario. Had a good chance at Stewart. He tried low leg off to the Dershawn's right, but missed the net. Clark back there for Adrian, spinning in his own zone, puts on the brakes behind his net. Pressure by the Spartans. He turns it over into the corner. Low to high, it bounces off. This could be a chance for Tefelsky, and it slides off his stick, and the puck goes off the boards onto the far side. Tefelsky's still with it. Puts on the brakes in the corner, looking to the point. Plays it down further. Summers skates in, give and go, and it's too far for Tefelsky. Here go the Spartans. Landry Schmuck, the NCAA 3-star of the week, plays it to the front. No one's there except Loretto, and Ben clears the zone. And it's covered by the Aurora goalie with 12:15 to go in the first. 1-0 Spartans here at the Arrington.
Saw a couple of hits along the wall over the past 30 seconds or so, and that's the physicality that we typically expect between these two teams. Always drawing back and forth at one another, and all the matchups that we've seen here have been really, really physical.
Sedlacek's goal has given the Spartans a lead. Adrian looking for the answer as Bowman plays it down deep. Patrick Saney pursuing out there with Levasek. Plays it to the high slot, turned over to Aurora. Here goes Sedlacek. Give and go, they dump it down low. Stewart plays it for Adrian along the wall. Near side, can't get it out. Bowman and Swade, the two Bulldog defenders. Nice play between the legs for Jacob to find his man, but that pass, finds the glove of Stewart on a quick shot. That's some forechecking by the book for the Spartans.
Yeah, just cycling the puck around the zone, creating space and time to get some shots off. And there's another one that's released right off the hash mark. Got to make sure that you're boxing out guys and pushing them to the outside parts of the ice.
And Stewart was sliding right, had to make a save with the glove back to the left.
Well, I mean, Aurora's made his life difficult so far. They're shifting around the zone, and if you work a goalie left to right, sometimes you catch him in an awkward position.
Spartans with a 1-goal lead, working with the puck in the Bulldogs zone. And it's back to the point, fluttering down low. I watched a little bit of film of them against their last opponent over in Aurora, or Chicago area. They cycle that puck down low as a deflected shot goes off the leg of Stewart. Puck out in front, and it's Troon taking it to the wall. Spartans heavy pressure in the Bulldog zone and a 1-goal advantage. This is Simon Diaz off the wall from the right to left side. Connor May's pass between the legs. Can't find his teammate, but it does go back to Anthony Malika as his entry pass is read by Aurora, and the puck at center to the Spartans.
Yeah, Adrian College is having a lot of difficulty even getting out of the zone.
Backhanded by Stewart into some safe area as Troon picks it up and turned it right back over, but it's taken right there by Patosha. Ryan Patosha drops for Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh left side gets taken down, looking for a call, none coming. Amsbaugh pursues. Got some teammates in there. It's Patosha, plays it back to the point, some room for Loretto. Ben with a wrister. It's off the glove, and the rebound is covered up somehow by Musatelli. There's some pushing and shoving behind the net and in front.
There's some chaos behind the crease there.
Amsbaugh and Santa Lucia in front. A couple guys getting in the mix behind the net, too. And we're going to open the penalty box.
I wonder if they'll get matching calls, but here's that last shot from Loretto. Looked like it was going sky high and wide, and Musatelli got a piece of it, popped in and out of the glove, and then you saw the start of the wrestling match behind the net, and 2 penalties will be called. Looks like Amsbaugh to our right and Santa Lucia to our left. I imagine that each call will be offsetting, so either 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, and Mark DeRozier signaling 4-on-4. So that'll open up the ice a little bit here for the next 2 minutes. And there's that physicality that we talked about before. It happens every game between these two teams.
It certainly does.
A lot of history and a lot of emotions boil over that length of time.
Yeah, it's really been a one-sided series up until last year where Aurora split a pair on their home ice, and then we all know what happened in November. Here's a long, awkward shot off the side of the goal, manned by Stewart. Loretto plays it back for Clark. Clark over to Patosha, left side, back for Loretto. 4-on-4. Clark had to go off his stick, turned over. Puck to the slot, and Stewart picks it up there. It's an awkward angle. Glove there by the Bulldog goalie, and some oohs and ahs from the fans here at the Arrington.
Things starting to heat up from the AIA. You saw Patosha doing a little do-si-do action after the whistle, and there was another one in the corner that I just didn't fully get eyes on, but now the barking you see is going to start to happen between both benches. And very curious to see how this translates into the next couple of minutes on what moves each team is going to make.
1-0 Spartans halfway through the first period. It's Aurora down low, bouncing puck, finds a stick. Stewart's there, save made. Roughing are the calls. It's a 2-minute minor per team. We skate 4-on-4. Puck in the Bulldogs zone in the left side defensive corner. Squirts free to Julian Jacob. Julian plays it off the wall. He has to go retrieve his own pass as the puck squirts out of the Bulldog end, but it's a Spartan right there first. It's Mathis Bedard. Keeps it in for his team. A partial change coming for Aurora. Puck down low. Going around looking for the backside shot. What a stop. I think Stewart may have got a piece of it, if not a misfire. Here's another open Spartan shot and a goal. We saw that coming. The second goal for the Spartans. Off the stick of Jacob Brockman. The junior makes it 2-0 on a 4-on-4 goal.
This is just such an awkward play for the Bulldogs. Can't get out of the zone at all. And just more open space. And there's no chance as the goaltender and Stewart that he's able to really stop that, because, I mean, you go from one cross crease to another and then a shot from the bottom of the circle. He's all alone. Shooter has the advantage there. Now it's 2-0 Aurora.
Yeah, pick your corner on that one. Here's another mishandle. It's a rolling, sliding puck in the Bulldog end. Still 30 seconds, 4-on-4. And it's 2-0 Spartans in this New Year's weekend showcase. Bulldogs, Spartans, and then the Bowdoin Polar Bears will take on the Spartans tomorrow. Aurora cycling behind the Bulldog crease, floating across all the way to the point, deflected, kicked up into the air, and up out of play over the netting. Bulldogs searching for answers with 8:35 left in the first.
You know, I'd be curious to see if a timeout from Coach Adam Phillips at this point might settle everybody down a little bit. It's 8:35 left to go in the first period. Shots are 11-4 in favor of Aurora, but I feel like just about every single one of them have been extremely quality. They've tested Stewart to this point and just getting behind the defense and really going to work in the offensive zone.
Connor May battling on the far side. Spartans offside as 5 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Rolls right up the stick of Vellucci. Both players are out, an awkward bounce, and Connor May scoops it up right there. Malika back for May. May, a little give and go to himself. Spartans offside. They wait. Now they retreat. Pick up the puck into the Bulldog zone to the point. It's bouncing through for Connor May. May out there with Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh picks up, takes a shot and a save and no rebound. Looking for that 5-hole possibly on Moose, which I'm sure the Spartan fans call him. It's a nice save by the Aurora keeper.
Yeah, I like the shot selection there on the rush. Looked like maybe he was trying to sneak it far to the glove, hopefully, if he could have made that. But Bulldogs need to find some kind of life here if they're going to battle back into this one.
2-0 Spartans. 11-5 are the unofficial shots on goal. Both teams on the season just about 50% in the faceoff dot. This one advantage Adrian Tefelsky. Gets checked right there. Puck down low. Tefelsky still battling out there with Brad Summers. Jacob sneaks down, backhands it further. Tefelsky tried to play it to the middle. Nobody there. Goes back to him. Now to the point for Julian Jacob. A wrister goes just high as Will Bowman pinches in from his defensive spot. Jacob pinching in from the opposite side. Puck to the middle, and Lusatelli finds it, covers for a faceoff with 7:34 left in the first.
Almost could have turned into a bad situation. Got the deflection on the stick, and he was trying to guide it back into his body. Hit off his left pad there, could have bounced out and be picked up for a rebound, but not in time were the Bulldogs, as we'll take our faceoff to the right.
Patrick Saney, the freshman from Ontario, wins that draw cleanly, gets it back along the boards. Over for Riley Murphy. Now it's Levisek to the middle. It bounces off a Spartan leg, and Aurora clears it to middle ice area where Anthony Malika can keep it right there. Goes down slowly into the Spartan end. Too many Bulldogs nearby, so a freezing of the puck.
Can't be afraid to let the puck go in the offensive zone for the Bulldogs here. To an extent, I feel like you can be picky on your shot selection, but at the same time, when you're trailing by 6 in that category, you just got to start firing the biscuit, and hopefully you pick up a rebound somewhere.
Well, the first Spartan goal was a rebound goal, so you never know. Malika played it down, getting it over to Riley Murphy. Murphy from his knees backhands it all the way down. Levisek gives chase. The Spartan defenders there first. Out to center ice, back for Kudo, and it bounces off his stick, and he's got to calm that thing down. Up ice for Levisek. Now it's Saney. Saney makes move of the blue line, and off another Spartan skate.
One too many moves there for Saney.
Look at this, right in the low slot. Played with a high stick by Aurora, so Adrian will touch it and play on in the Aurora zone. Clark with a shot. There were bodies in front, but the puck finds the glove of Musatelli. 6:33 in the first, 2-0 Aurora.
Good shot from Sorensen at that right angle on the post. Trying to sneak it glove side, and Musatelli again just watching it all the way into the trapper. But the past couple of shots, definitely some improvement there for the Bulldogs, as they're just trying to find a jolt of electricity to kickstart them on the board.
Amsbaugh off the draw, played it back to open space, scooped up by Patosha. Ryan to the middle, spinning as Amsbaugh gets a rebound and scores. No, it didn't go in. No goals, say the officials. Here's a shot the other way. Stewart with a glove save. I thought that hit the back bar.
Wow.
Turns out it must have hit the front. If we can get another look at that, I'd love to. Amsbaugh with a fortunate bounce right back to him.
Yeah, that just kicked free to Amsbaugh right in the slot, and then top elbow of the crossbar. Goalie's best friend. He'll probably give him a little love tap there. Don't know if he's named his posts at all. Some
there
do, some don't.
Just saw it. It didn't sound like a post.
I
thought it went in.
It was more pingy for me.
Okay.
Probably a little easier for me to hear just with less noise going on, but I think there's going to be an Aurora penalty here.
Yeah. Penalty and some words.
Yeah, that would be good for the Bulldogs if they can find a power play with 6:05 left to go.
Hassan Ackel was talking to one of the Bulldogs, but it's not him to the box as they usher Landry Schmuck, the freshman from Huntsville, Alabama, into the box.
Said it was a hit from behind. I didn't catch the angle on it just because it was obscured on my vision up here in the booth, but now a big opportunity for the Bulldogs, as coming into this game a 22.2 power play percentage.
And, you know, if there's one sort of weakness for this Aurora team, it is their penalty kill. 74% on the season as this puck goes out of play.
This is a really, really big chance for Adam Phillips' squad to try and get within one with 5:59 left to go here in the first period, and just got to snap the puck around pretty quickly and let it go and try and find some kind of opening.
Face off to the left side of the Spartan keeper. Played back to the point. Touch pass to Amsbaugh, keeps it in. Amsbaugh protects. Ian skates in, left side circle, now backs it out. Summers to Amsbaugh, give and go. Now it's Amsbaugh. Glides in, looking middle, nothing there. 25 seconds gone by on this power play. Clark back for Amsbaugh. Plays it across ice. Tefalski couldn't get a clean look at it. Nice defense there by the Spartans, but they don't get it quite out. Clark with issues, and he turns it over, but gets back onto that center ice. Could have been a 2-on-0 the other way. Pass intercepted, flung back down toward Dershawn Stewart.
Sticks in lanes in the defensive zone for Aurora, making life extremely difficult for Adrian College. Seemingly no pass options for them, and you saw how difficult it was to try and find somebody to redistribute the puck to.
Patosha gains the zone. Meanhouse there as well, and this is Julian Jacob at the point. Jacob to Patosha. Ryan can't get a shot away. A stick check there by the Aurora defender. Far side boards, high bouncing puck gets over the Bulldog over there. Carter Reel, the freshman from Oakville, Ontario. He stays out there with Jacob. 32 seconds left on the Adrian power play. Bulldogs down 2-0. NCAA men's hockey. On the Adrian College Sports Network, Patrick Saney spins. Touch pass for Jacob, drops it back to Saney. With this bouncing biscuit, it's just been a difficult time here for the Bulldogs as Jacob fires it alongside. 10 seconds left on the Spartans penalty. Play it out to center. It's going to be an odd man opportunity. Jacob back there defending. Goes to the outside, and the penalty upcoming. Puck to the middle, and Bulldogs touch it up, and looks like Julian's going to go as he got a little too physical. Looked like Chase Baroda down there had that opportunity shorthanded.
I'm curious to see what the signal is for this call. It looked like the official had said slashing at first, which if that's the case, I'm not sure that I fully agree with it. For me, it is slashing, but for me, it just looked like Jacob made some body contact, unless the stick came down and chopped the other part of the lumber.
Maybe tripping, I don't know. Spartans are out of the box now, and they skate on a power play. Here's a long shot, block, rebound goes wide of Stewart. Bulldogs down a pair and down a skater. 3:52 left in the first period. Putting it to the front, puck loose, now Stewart finds it. And a good cover by the senior keeper. Grad student from Amherstburg, Ontario. 59th career game for Dershawn. 43-11-3 in his Bulldog career. Face off to his right. Won by Aurora. Back to the point. Diaz waits. Eckel deflected off a stick wide. Nice defense there by Bowman, but it goes back out. Down low, trying to push it in, and Stewart's there for another stop. Alex, these Spartans are getting to the goal without the puck with ease, it looks like.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons why that might be happening is you look on the penalty kill for the Bulldogs, and they're very collapsed in the middle of the ice. If I were them, my adjustment probably would to be expand a little bit more and hopefully step up on guys early. You saw with the Spartans, they just had somebody shadow the puck on wherever it went to for whomever stick it might have been. But again, the Spartans with relentless pressure here in the first period.
Aaron pass, so Eckel has to retreat. Diaz with some momentum along his blue line. Finds Eckel, but it just goes off his stick. Fortunate bounce for the Bulldogs. Just about halfway through the penalty kill. 3:10 to go in the first period. 2-0 Aurora. This top 10 D3 men's hockey showdown here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Alex Herman. Nice stick handling through the zone. Nearly taken away by May, but held in the zone by Aurora. Back to the point. It's a long shot off a stick and off the glass behind the cage. And thrown out nicely by Ben Loretto.
Good decision from Ryan Patosha to step up at the blue line there that forced the turnover towards the goal line and helped the Bulldogs get it clear.
Ryan's been doing this for a long time in his Bulldog career. Far side goes this puck. Matt Kudo 1-on-2. Nice touch there to Troon. And Theo sends it the rest of the way into the Spartan zone. Saney putting pressure on. 2:18 to go in the period. 9 on the power play for the Spartans, who lead 2-0 here in Adrian. Pushing it down left to right into the corner. Loretto fanned on the attempt. Jacob is out of the box. Puck not out of the zone, but now it is. The effort there by Saney. Spartan lost a glove. Puck into the Bulldog end. Kudo was on it. Over to Loretto. The top D pair here tonight for Coach Phillips. Kudo flutters a pass to the blue line, and it skirts up into the Bulldog bench. $1:45 left in this period. Goals by Lucas Sedlacek and Jacob Brockman for the Spartans. For Brockman, that is 6th goal of the season. Has it a 2-0 tally. Draw controlled by Aurora. Down into the Bulldog zone they go. Clark defending there for the Dogs. Near side corner, nice intercept by Jacob. Over to Patosha. Patosha with Sorensen to the middle. Patosha gets caught up at the blue line, and possession goes back out. Clark from his skates to his stick. Nice handles there. Jacob looking for Amsbaugh. Now it's Sorensen. Jacob, backhand, intercepted by Aurora. Approaching a minute. Nice poke check by Sorensen as the deflected pass goes into the zone further as the Spartans make a change. Clark fakes right, goes left. Amsbaugh in front of the penalty boxes. Cross ice for Patosha. Patosha looking off the keeper, and there is the arm up for a penalty. Good eye there, Herm.
It's going to be too many men.
Amsbaugh. Bulldogs get 6 attackers out there. Stewart's to the bench. Amsbaugh holding possession. Spartans just want to touch it up here as it's Summers. To the middle, the slot. Patosha. Where's the puck? It's within Musatelli's equipment. Boy, you get Patosha in that spot. You talk about that house, Herm, that area just right in front of that crease, sort of between those hash marks, and that's where Patosha was.
Those are the places that you need shots to ring from, and Patosha, a sniper when he lets it go, and just can't beat Musatelli there, but a good sign for the Bulldogs offense. Trying to generate some chances, and another good opportunity for them on the power play. Unsuccessful on the first attempt, as they'll get a second crack at it here with just about 30 seconds left to go in the first.
Both teams are scoreless on the man advantage. Amsbaugh holds the zone. 30 seconds left in this first period. It will be Hassan Ackle serving the penalty. It's a bench minor for too many men on the ice. Clark over for Murphy. Riley Murphy, a little give and go for Summers. Summers with Tefelsky in the low slot, setting up the umbrella. Fakes a one-timer. Tefelsky shoots. It went off a body and wide.
I think maybe Musatelli got a piece of that with the waffle.
Summers with 3 to shoot. Backhands a rolling puck, and the Spartan keeper, with half a second left in the period, holds on for a draw.
I think Adam Phillips is lobbying that the time should be reset. And it looks like Mark DeRoche is just going to confirm with his other head official, but the decision will just to be drop the puck and let time expire here in the first. So,
and that is what happens.
Yep.
20 minutes through here at the Arrington, and the Spartans continuing their success against the Bulldogs this season, going for a 3-game regular season sweep. It's 2-0 Aurora as we head to the break. We'll have plenty of time to give our thoughts on the first 20 and look ahead to the next, but we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with our first intermission report. You're tuned into Bulldog Hockey on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics, brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth,
introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrived today and never replicated after you graduate.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You have earned the right to be here through endless nights of studying, testing, writing, and dedication to learning. The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences, and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Now, as you face the world outside this academic haven, the concept of courage must not be left behind in your textbooks. It should be as alive in you today as your ambition to change the world for the better.
We were all born to be a Bulldog. Life drew us to this school, these people, in this tiny town. You were meant to be here to make a difference and to grow within yourself for the better. But what does it mean to truly be a Bulldog? Well, to scratch the surface, the students of Adrian College are anything but ordinary. The pride, grit, perseverance, and passion is absolutely unmatched. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2024. And know that today is yet another Bulldog victory.
Hello and welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena on the campus of Adrian College. Bulldog hockey on the Adrian College Sports Network. Men's NCAA D3 hockey top 10 matchup between your Bulldogs and the Aurora University Spartans. Ian Went, Alex Herman on the call for you today. Through 20, it's 2-0 visitors from the greater Chicago area as we are going to break down that first period and look forward to the second. I mean, the 2-0 lead, I think, kind of says it all. I mean, shots on goal, Bulldogs, a last little push there toward the end to get that number closer. But overall, it was a period with the ice slanted toward Bulldog goalie Dershawn Stewart.
Yeah, and you saw it right from the opening puck drop. Cool, calm, and collected have been the Aurora University Spartans, and they've just been laying down the pressure for that first 20. All of their shots coming from quality areas of the ice. Rebounds have been there. You saw that first goal for the Spartans was pass off pad essentially to a gaping wide open net. The second one, open space for Jacob Brockman on that right side circle, and they're just finding the sweet spots on the ice to take advantage of and really making life difficult for the defense of the white, black, and yellow.
Right, and looking, maybe not the in-depth analysis that we're looking for, but I'm noticing, these bouncing, rolling pucks have really, kind of for both teams, but seemingly more for Adrian, has hampered their ability to get into some kind of offense where, maybe it's the passes that aren't great, or maybe you're over skating, maybe you're tightening your stick. I don't know, but I've seen a puck spin around like a top many times in that first period, mainly for Adrian, some for Aurora, but it seemed to plague the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I just think it's probably going to be the more mental side for Adrian College. You've got a handful of wins that count for your overall record, but some of them haven't been so clean. So I wonder what's going through their minds as far as thinking, we got to have a win that's full and complete, because they've really only had 2 this season. And the first one was the first game of the season against the national development team, and the other one somewhere in the mix. But just got to loosen up the grip on the stick. Scan the ice for good, crisp passes. Communicate with your linesmen and your defensemen. Just make sure that everybody is where they should be, because right now it just seems like they're not. They're overthinking the game, in my opinion at least, and it looks like that's where their struggle is. Got to play like a team to win. Got to distribute the wealth evenly and find everybody who's working hard enough to put the best product together. And so far in this game, it hasn't been there. And coming off of the last weekend of games where they beat MSOE, the first game was definitely a cleaner win. It was close for a little bit too long than maybe Adam Phillips had hoped it would be, but that second game really came down to the end. So there could be a little bit of that playing into this game, hoping not to turn up that way. But at this point, you just got to go clean slate, water under the bridge. It's a new, fresh game. New fresh periods. There's 40 minutes ahead of you. just play your game, be a Bulldog, and try and find a way to win this one.
And on the Aurora side, Coach Jason Bloomingburg, I don't know exactly what he was thinking coming into this game. You know, they took 2 from Adrian in November. He knows he's got a really good hockey team, and he knows Adrian's got a good hockey team. It seemed like the Spartans, for as many mistakes as Adrian made, the Spartans seemed to be in the right place, right time. They seemed in sync like a well-oiled machine.
That's where you're just in that flow state. You know, when your players are clicking and you know where somebody else is going to be, and you don't have to wonder what kind of play they're going to make, good things happen. And you saw the execution on both of those goals for the Spartans. I mean, perfect pass-off pad to an open guy.
Right.
The second one was a cross crease. That first got saved by Dershawn Stewart, which is a fantastic save. But they turned around and picked up a loose puck, swung it to the top of the circle to another open guy. These guys know where their teammates are on the ice. And really, for me, it just looks like they're in cruise control. You come into the game cool, calm, and collected, the results are going to follow. Don't overthink the game. And, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. It's a 2-0 game.
And, you know, we see a penalty up on the board for the Spartans. They took one, you know, toward the end of that period. And you look at the special teams for both of, you know, these squads. You know, the power play, you know, we go back 2 years ago to that national championship team, and Adrian's power play was 40%. It was elite. You know, more of the country average is, you know, high 20s would be good. Low 30s is great. You know, they're hovering right at that 22%. Hopefully that can click, right? They start the period on the power play, see if they can get one, start fast, right? Both coaches said, got to start the game fast. And as soon as I referenced that in the first period, the Spartans scored their first goal. But you can rinse and repeat for that second period. Get off to a good start, win the next 4 minutes, right? Or whatever your coaching philosophy is, the first 2, first 5, however you break it up. But I'm gonna think special teams will play a factor at some point in this game, whether it be for Adrian, whether it be for Aurora. You know, the Spartans' power play is not elite. Neither is the Bulldogs, and the penalty kills haven't been awesome this season either. So I think something's got to give in that department.
Yeah, and it's not like the Bulldogs don't have options on their special teams unit. You have that first 5-man squad with Amsball. I would think that maybe an adjustment that you could make, instead of having him be the shooter, because all these teams know that right now he's the leading scorer for the Bulldogs, they might tend to push the puck to him. Maybe have him be the quarterback sort of up top of the blue line and try and distribute to the wings and set the one-timers up, or a deflection in front, because when you see the Aurora Spartans set up defensively, they're quick to step up on the puck. So if you can swing the puck around the zone and maybe take away that thought that they're just going to give it to Amsball to let it rip, maybe something will come from that, but that's just my thought.
Both teams get ready to hit the ice, and the Bulldogs have. And so have the Spartans. 14 shots on goal for the visitors, 11 for the Bulldogs as we head to the second period, as Adrian will begin on the man advantage, where they were, of course, scoreless in the first period. Took a while to generate chances, but they did eventually, get some toward the goal. I talked with Coach Bloomingburg for the Spartans. What can take a good team to a great team is goaltending. And I think you're seeing some great goaltending on one end and some superb goaltending on the other, too.
Yeah, I mean, Dershawn Stewart and Jacob Musatelli easily could be in the top 5 D3 goalies in the country. Coming into the game, Dershawn Stewart, a .258 goals against average, .918 save percentage, 8-3 on the year. That's pretty good. And then you swing it to the other side for Musatelli. He's also pretty good as well. Trying to gather my stats here. Coming into the game right now, .252 goals against average, .920 save percentage, 7-2 on the year. So also stellar numbers, and they're going to both have to come up large if they're going to find a way to win.
All right, Adrian up a skater to begin this period, but a turnover deep in the zone. It's pushed away by Clark. Now the Spartans with 4 skaters put one on Stewart. He lays it down for Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh floats a pass to nowhere. Bulldogs shaky in the early stanza of the second period. Can't get out of their own way. And now it's Clark will skate up over his own blue line to Riley Murphy on the left wing. Murphy skates in, shoots off a stick and out of play.
That was a sloppy opening 45 seconds of that period. I mean, you're on a power play and you're just coughing the puck up to nobody. That's very uncharacteristic for the Bulldogs, but luckily they have the offensive zone draw here so they can try and set up shop.
Summers, Murphy, Tefelsky, Clark, and Amsbaugh. Those are your 5 Bulldogs. Goes back to Amsbaugh, looking for Summers. Bradley's shot rolled off his stick and goes to the corner, back to the point, saved by Amsbaugh. Nice floater pass to Clark, cross ice for Tefelsky. Looking for Summers in the middle, but it's to the point for Amsbaugh. 35 seconds on the power play. Amsbaugh glides in left circle off a Spartan skate. And Aurora can clear the zone. Too many men on the ice, penalty at the end of that period. It's given Adrian a power play, 18 seconds left in it. Clark still out there. Bulldogs make a change. It's Patosha, puts on the brakes. Doesn't like what he sees. Now he goes off the stick of Patrick Saney. Couldn't get it deep enough, but they do keep the zone. The Spartans about to get their player back as Ackle is up and ready to go. It's a one-on-one. Nice move to the middle and a kick saved by Stewart into the corner. Dogs to the blue line, but not out. Play made by the captain, Santa Lucia. To the point now. Saney with the check. To the corner. Saney to the middle there for Patosha. On the backhand with Nienhaus in the middle. Patosha skates down. Holds the puck in the zone. 2 minutes gone by, second period. Still 2-0 Aurora. Troon slaps at it, finds Asen Ackle. Cross-ice pass right there for Mathis Bedard. And now to the middle of the ice they go. Give and go. Ackle back in front. They score. Ackle. And there is a penalty coming up, so hang on a minute. Hang on. The arm is up as DeRozers puts the arm up, and he was pointing at the Spartans, so hang on. The goal is up on the board, but...
Yeah, I'm going to guess it's going to count, but there's going to be a penalty for goalie interference as Dershawn Stewart was absolutely leveled.
No goal is what I heard.
No, he said good goal.
Oh, good goal?
Yeah. I don't mean to correct you there as
hey.
Landry Schmuck is going to the box.
Nobody's perfect. Yeah, Schmuck did score the goal and then, as you said, ran over Stewart.
You'll see how quickly this turns into a 2-on-1 give-and-go passing. Schmuck takes his guy out. Good pass from Hassan Ackle, and just like that, it's a 3-0 game for Aurora. And
Ackle, the point leader for the Spartans. That's his 16th assist. Just 4 goals for Ackle. And Schmuck, NCAA 3-star of the week last week, gets a goal. As you mentioned, make it 3-0, and conversations between DeRozers, Ludlow, the ref and linesman, with a Bulldog and a Spartan. So, Adrian fans wondering why that goal does count. The contact happened after the goal was scored, so it did not influence the play. So it's 3-0 Aurora. Adrian will go to the power play. Early second period. Summers, Tefelsky, Amsbaugh, Clark, and Murphy. So for Schmuck, that's his 11th of the season. His 17th point. Summers plays it off to the right for Tefelsky over the blue line. All the way across for Murphy. His shot, and he scores. A goal for Adrian College. Riley Murphy on the power play.
That's exactly what you needed right after a sloppy play in the defensive end. Quick burst of speed for the Bulldogs, as we'll watch them quickly head down the ice here.
First goal of the season for Murphy.
Cross-ice pass to Felsky. Murphy with a rip. Beats Musatelli, low to the blocker, and that's one to get you rolling. Got to find a way to build off that.
Gosh, if a team needed a goal, it's Adrian College, and it's right then. So it just makes the deficit 2. It's a power play goal. And off the ensuing faceoff, it's Ackle with Schmuck going to the net. Couldn't quite get the pass to him. As Malika skates it up for Adrian. Now it's Matt Kudo joining the rush. Kudo's lead pass for Summers. Couldn't connect. As the Bulldogs go back and defend as Spartan goes down behind the play,
Wow.
takes the net off, and I don't see an arm up for a penalty or anything.
No,
but
it was a clean hit from, I believe it was Tefelsky.
So the net came off, so we're going to stop things with 16:55 in the second.
See the rush come to the right side here. And Tefelsky, yeah, just...
Oof. Nice hit.
Yeah, shoulder
Was
to
it late?
shoulder.
I don't know.
Probably a split second after the pass, but close enough where it's not a charge or anything or interference call. But Tefelsky with some good contact. Nice to see him step up. Has been a solid freshman for the Bulldogs this season.
Murphy's first of the season puts Adrian on the board, though they trail it 3-1. It's Amsbaugh with some room. Bulldogs going to the net. Amsbaugh fires, and it's into the wrong net as it goes off a Spartan stick into the netting, protecting the fans around Weston Rink. Boy, there were some Bulldogs in front that time.
Yep.
Waiting for that rebound.
Amsbaugh just trying to find one. Has been a little bit quiet over the past couple of games. Had a super strong start to the season where he had almost 2 points a game for, I want to say, like 5 or 6 games. And just trying to find his way back to the scoring column here this evening.
Sorensen on it, far side, looks for Amsbaugh in the high slot. Amsbaugh looking for an avenue. Penalty coming up. Amsbaugh fires, saved by Musatelli into the corner. Amsbaugh gets his own rebound. Extra skater out, but Stewart will have to go back to the bench. As Adrian will go to a power play, there's a tripping call on the Spartans. So a parade to the box here in this early second period.
It looks like Blake Condor is going to go again. It's 2 minutes for tripping as we take a second glance at it. See Condor number 4 as he's in front of the net. And, yep, taking out the legs right there. Cannot do that as it's called for a 2-minute minor.
I think Amsbaugh drew that penalty. Wasn't him?
It might have been, but
I'll defer to you. So Adrian to the power play where they just scored. A Riley Murphy tally. He's on it here for the black and gold. Murphy spins. Keeps the puck back to the point to Tefelsky. Back for Summers. There's chaos in front. Amsbaugh fires. It's blocked in front.
Oh, man.
What a huge block.
John Hallard just
Ouch.
laying down. That one's going to sting in the morning. But a hockey play nonetheless.
Tefelsky up ice to Murphy. Murphy with Amsbaugh waiting, shoots, and it was a save, I believe, by Musatelli. Good stop, a high shot by Amsbaugh.
Yep, got it with the shoulder.
Aurora to the blue line, not out. Back for Murphy. There's a mitt on the ice as the puck goes to center. Misfire, so Stewart's going to play it. Trying to begin this power play as it's a misplay by the Spartans. Pass back for Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh feels some pressure halfway through the Bulldog power play. Right there in the middle. Bouncing, rolling puck back to Amsbaugh on the right side point. Touch pass further along to Summers. Summers centering pass off of Spartan. And Clark on his horse back for it.
Whoa. That was a hefty chop from Chase Broda on David Clark.
Reel brings it through, puck in the slot. Saney has it. Saney shoots, it went wide. Long rebound to Amsbaugh, 30 seconds left on the Aurora penalty as this puck will be shot down and cleared by Aurora's Bedard. Stretch pass by Stewart to Nienhaus. Now it's Reel. Reel flutters it through and it went off a stick and wide. Rebound, they score! Another power play goal! Saney has entered the chat. It's 3-2 Aurora.
A hounding power play for the Bulldogs. And they're just going to throw the old roof shopping cart at Musatelli. And you see the puck bouncing around. Nobody can find it. And ultimately, it squeaks behind. And things back within reach for Adrian College. 14:31 left to go in the second period. 3-2 our score.
So Saney on the power play, Murphy on the power play, all in this second period. It's a 3-2 game as Troon leads a big hit on the Spartans.
And what did we say during the intermission?
Power
Special
plays.
teams is going to play a part, but also both of those goals not coming from Amsbaugh. Two different shooters. So
right.
maybe if you distribute the puck a little bit differently and throw the playoff for Aurora, good things will happen. Not that Amsball is a bad shooter by any means, and I do hope he scores.
He can be a distraction as May cuts it in, throws the puck on goal, and gets his own rebound. Bulldogs pressuring the Spartans in the second period. Only played 6 minutes and change. Already had 3 goals in this second period. Bouncing puck, looking for Kudo, sneaking through that back door, but the pass didn't get there. Spartans play it around the boards. No arm up for icing. Not enough momentum as May. Oh, the arm is up now, and they take it away.
Be a delayed icing at
Looked
first.
like it. Yeah. I was looking for the arm. It didn't look like the puck had enough momentum, but we play on as Bedard's on it for Aurora. The right-handed shot for the defense.
Oh, Bulldogs are going to take one here. Connor May.
3 on 2 the other way. Loretto touches up, and May will go to the sin bin.
Yeah, elbowing is going to be the call, and official standing right there. It looked like Connor May really just followed through with his hit, and his arms came up just a bit too high. And he's going to get called for this, so a little bit of a bump in the road in this period. As the Bulldogs get 2 back quickly, and some chirping going on. Interesting to see that. I don't know who that is. It looks like it's Lucas Sedlasek, who was exchanging words with somebody on the bench. I don't think it was Jackson Bernard, but might have been.
Aurora power play is 3rd in the conference, 21st in the country at 23.08%. Bulldogs penalty kill 4th in the conference with 84%. There's a play to the middle, blocked down by Summers. Could be a chance for Brad if he can get on his horse, but Ackles there first.
You know, even though the Bulldogs are on the kill right now, I would say this is a chance that they have to take advantage of, just because Aurora getting a little bit flustered over the past couple minutes, and when they get angry, sometimes they have a tendency to lose control. So if they can figure out just to give them a little bit more of an elbow in the rib cage and jostle them up a bit, maybe you see some more opportunities present itself for the Bulldogs.
Special teams, Giuliano Santa Lucia has the puck now. Plays it over there for Ackle, lifts it high to the right side corner. Schmuck down there, guarded by Saney and flung out there by Potosha.
Good play along the wall to force that clearance.
Halfway through the Spartans power play, 3-2 Aurora here at the Arrington. We've had 3 goals in this second period, 2 by the Bulldogs. Down behind for Stewart, plays it on the backhand, left it there dangerously, and Ackle waiting in front, but he finds it in the corner. Aston Ackle back to the point. Diaz fakes the shot, gives it to Ackle, cross ice, now to the point, shot all the way through to Stewart, and he found it and made a save.
Much needed whistle there, as the 3rd career. 2 goals last season in 16 games played.
Should say welcome to the game, Bellucci, and give a lot of credit there to Ben Loretto, as there was an icing, and I heard somebody say no, as we have discussions between
I think they're saying it was tipped. We might get this draw up at center.
DeRozier's referee talking about it. Here barking from just about every angle of Weston Rink here at the AIA. Ian Wendt, Alex Herman on the call. Power play goals by Riley Murphy and Patrick Saney, a shorty by Ryan Vellucci. With a Spartan goal to open the period, it's 3-3. Play in the Bulldog zone. To the point, rolls off the stick, and now they need to try something else. Puck to the dot. Now it's taken there by Sorensen. Kudo had it taken away. Nice play there by Amsbaugh as it finds Potosha. Now it's Amsbaugh. Gets it around the defender. Sorensen there. Trying to play it back to the point. He does. Finds Loretto. Now it's Clark. Spinning, rotating right side point. One-timer by Sorensen. Kicked away by Musatelli. And they lay it out to center. Clark gets a little stick check and a shove by the forward Jackson Kirk. Approaching halfway through this hockey game. We are where we started. It's tied 3-3. Stewart plays it high off the glass toward the Spartan bench. And it's flicked down and out of play.
I think it was almost too many men again on Aurora. That might have been the second time that they almost got caught with that.
You think Stewart's playing it that way on purpose?
You never know. I mean, he's a smart goaltender.
Throw it toward the bench and see if you get a misplay.
Yeah, but the Spartans, I feel like just a little too jittery on their jumps over the bench to head to the ice.
A little pushing and shoving. Is a little shot given there by 19 Riley DeCounty.
And talked about it before. When Aurora gets frustrated, their tendencies to start to get a little bit more chippy, and you see it on that face-off play.
Yeah, they're going to throw Summers out of the dot. Let's hope Tefelsky takes it and wins it. Arm is not up. It will not be an icing. Carter Reel giving chase along with Tefelsky. That's a young line out there with Summers. Spartans nearly had a 2-on-1. There's a Bulldog. Tefelsky skating near the front. Couldn't find him. Shot in on Stewart. Directs it all the way to the boards. Into the corner. Nice hit by Julian Jacob. 2-on-2 fighting for the puck. Summers and Jacob. Goes free to Will Bowman. 9.5 to go, second period. 3-3 is our score. A big hit behind the play as the Spartans are offside, so they will play it in and finish a change.
I don't know if they hit each other or just made some weird contact, but.
Back for Tefelsky. He takes a shot at the blue line. Again, you're looking at two of the best teams in Division III men's college hockey here tonight.
Number 7 and number 5. Doesn't get any better than that.
3-on-3, the Spartans go. Nice check there by Kudo. Malika the other way, waiting for room. Shoots, it's a changeup off the shoulder. Musatelli took a weird angle off the stick. Murphy throws it into the opposite corner. Fortuitous bounce for Saney. Saney to the front off of Lovasek's stick and right on the pad of Moose. Puck to the point, not out. Malika's shot goes up off a banner and the netting and out of play.
Starting to see a lot smoother play from the Bulldogs at this point in the period. Able to tie the game up at 3 apiece and a little bit more well-oiled, I feel like, at this part in the game. Just seems like puck is gliding, everybody's settled down a little bit, and some of those jitters that we alluded to earlier on in the game starting to evaporate from the air.
Aurora wins the draw again. Both teams about 50% on the face-offs, and the Spartans are offside down to our left. 8:26 to go in this period. 3-3 the score.
Face-offs currently 26 wins to the Aurora's 18 in favor of the Bulldogs. So doing well, and the circle on the draws, which is not bad, and always will help you out if you can win the face-off and begin the play with possession.
Absolutely.
See what happens here with Saney.
He wins it to Levasek.
There you go. That's 27.
Back for Loretto. Murphy scored the first goal for Adrian. Goes around the cage. Murphy still on it. Plays it on the backhand, looking for a teammate in that half wall. Nobody home for that one, so Aurora can turn things around and find Ackel. Ackel give and go. Nice sliding play by Saney in front. Aurora can set up some offense here. 8 minutes to go in the period. Shot blocked in front. Saney trying to spring Murphy free. It's a 2-on-4. So Murphy plays it back for Saney. Saney's shot off a stick and out of play. Boy, going back to that last defensive play as Ackel does what he does. He's finding people open, but Patrick Saney sliding across the ice and making that play.
Yeah, that's a blue-collar play from Patrick Saney, the freshman from Toronto, Ontario, coming from the Halliburton Huskies in the OJHL. And those are decisions that award you extra ice time when you're able to lay it down on the line like that and make a high-pressure play to break things up.
Off the draw, it's Ackel. Finds the feet of May. Shoots it down. Not a lot of momentum, but the arm is up, and now they wave it off.
I think the Spartans wanted some kind of penalty, but they're not going to get it.
Heard noise from the blue and cream on the opposite side. Ackel stick checked hard there by Troon, and it's going to spring Amsball 1-on-1. Amsball had it poke checked into the corner, so Ian will retreat. Felucci off the netting and out of play.
Puck ticked up there by Jake Code into the netting. This will be another ozone draw on the far side with 7:16 remaining in the second period.
Unofficial shots on goal. Aurora is still up in that category, 21-15. 3 goals in this period for Adrian, 1 for Aurora. Ian Wendt, Alex Herman on the Adrian College Sports Network tonight. 3 games here at the Arrington, 1 tonight, 1 tomorrow as Aurora will take on Bowdoin College. Then the Bulldogs will play Bowdoin on Tuesday afternoon. Jacob in the Bulldog zone, looking up for a place to go. Backhands it, looking for Patosha, skating through some Spartans. Right there is Amsball to pick it up. Bulldog forward from out west. Amsball plays it around into the corner. It's Patosha. Couldn't keep it in. Eckel out there with Jacob. That could be a fun matchup. I do want to see Kudo one-on-one with Eckel, see what he can do. Arguably the Bulldogs' best defender. Amsball plays it off the wall. Going back for it is Jacob. All the way across for Patosha. Sorensen looking for an opening in front of the net. Patosha up against the wall. Driven into there by the Spartans. And they get it to center. And back is Clark. Loretto, who facilitated the last goal. Loretto, backhands to the front. Shot just wide by Summers.
Another good look for the Bulldogs, right in the slot.
Loretto around for Reel. No one's in the point area as Clark is back. Reel, Carter Reel. It goes off a Spartan stick, and there's Coach Matt Thompson making a play on the bench. He made a few plays in his playing days here at Adrian College.
Guy definitely still has it.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Always fun to see him on the ice every so often. Not in practice mode, in full gear, ripping it around. And that's a high caliber player right there.
He does have a coaching win on his resume against Lake Forest when Coach Krug was thrown out of a game. Coach Thompson finished it. Spartans with the puck in their own zone. Tie game at 3 apiece. 4 goals in the period, 3 for the Bulldogs as Tefalski pokes at it just past the blue line, and Adrian will set up some forechecking. The Spartans look to break free now. Little give and a go and a shot. Traffic in front. Saved by Stewart and out of play.
2 really great stops from Dershawn Stewart in tight. Getting his big frame over the puck.
Jackson Kirk has been all over the place the last couple of shifts, number 21.
You see the 2 chances here. That first one going off the shoulder, and the extended pad of Dershawn Stewart redirects that into the netting as he nods as they blew the whistle there.
Controlled by the Dogs. Back around, it's Kudo for Malika. Now it's Saney has a goal here tonight. Lovasek out there behind the Spartan goal. Aurora intercepts that pass momentarily. But there is Lovasek. Shot by Saney went just wide. Nienhuis kept the zone. Out there with Lovasek. Here's a shot and a goal. He went top shelf. The Bulldogs take the lead. Nienhuis, 4-3 AC.
You wanted a response, you got it. Check out this shot from Ryder Nienhuis. Similar to the goal that we saw in the first, all alone on the top of the right circle, upstairs where Mama hides the cookies. And the Bulldogs finding their first lead of the evening. It's 4-3 with 4 minutes left to go in the second period.
Late stages, second period, an even strength goal by Nienhuis. Bulldogs 4-3. Turned over at the point. Nice job there by Kudo, and it's now Troon plays it up to Kudo. 2-on-2 the other way with Vellucci. Kudo takes a shot. Oh, and the rebound bouncing around on Musatelli. Spartans on their heels in the second period. 4 Bulldog goals. Kudo at the top. Matt off the wall into the low slot area looking for May on the rebound. Away go the Spartans. Big hit there by Theo Troon. Troon with May, and he's offside. That's awful close for Connor May.
Is that whistle being blown? Realizing now, too, that that's the first collegiate goal for Ryder Nienhaus. His first as a Bulldog, second point on the season through his now 11 games played. Aged out of junior hockey with the Maryland Black Bears in the NAHL.
You know,
top tier 2 leagues in the country.
Alex, I was going to say first career goal, but I was 0 for 1 on one of those today, so I wanted you to have that one.
Happy to help out where I can. And I know that Ryder Nienhaus certainly happy to help out as well, as he recently lifted the Bulldogs to their first lead.
Listed as the extra skater today. And that forward line for Coach Phillips. Adrian with 6 defensemen. Play at center ice. Back there for Pelesian. He's on it to the slot. Looking for an opening. Gives it across. Kick save Stewart. Right out there for Saney. There's an arm up and a penalty coming up to the Spartans as Saney was tripped up. Nice move through the zone. Nienhaus for Levisek, and the Spartans do touch it as Stewart has to glide back to his goal. .308 to go in the second period. And for a power play that has struggled this year for Adrian, they've found their stride in the second period. And the Spartans down a skater with just over 3 minutes to go. Bulldogs on the man advantage. They've scored 2 power play goals, and they've scored 1 shorthanded. 4-3 Adrian. 2:51 left in the second period. Clark off the wall for Summers, has to stretch for it, finds Amspaugh in the middle with Tefelsky. And Tefelsky back to the point for Clark. Waiting, and through the legs of Murphy to Summers, back to Clark. Setting up Amspaugh on the right side circle if they want it. Summers glides down, back to Clark, waiting. Looking for a good look here on this Bulldog power play. Across the ice for Amspaugh, off his stick. Tefelsky saves it there for Murphy, who scored the first power play goal. Murphy to the front, shot, score! Tefelsky! Dogs by 2!
Special teams, the name of the game from the AIA. How's 3 for 5 on the evening, Ian? This is a beautiful play set up in the offensive zone. A little bit of a scramble at first, but Frank Tefelsky tailing in the slot, goes 5-hole, and now a 2-goal lead with 2:17 left to go in the second.
5 second period goals for this Bulldog team. And dare I say it, Riley Murphy playmaker as the Spartans look for an answer, and that goes off the netting out of play.
Listen, I don't want to say that I'm the reason why they adjusted their strategy, because I certainly had nothing to do with it. But,
I mentioned power plays,
but
you know.
The redistribution of the puck in the offensive zone, I think, would attribute to some of the goals that we've seen here in the second period, where the Aurora defense is expecting it to be in one place, and they're moving it to another.
Dershawn Stewart, the Adrian goalie, waits, plays it up ice for Troon. And it's off his stick all the way to the Spartan end. No icing, as it barely made it to the top of the circle. Ackel looking for an answer. Plays to the front. Stick check. Rebound. Another
save.
Oh,
my goodness.
Stewart, spectacular. Keeps it a 2-goal game and an ovation from the fans at the Arrington.
That's one you needed.
Look out. Here comes Amspaugh with Troon. Amspaugh back. Shot. Save made. Vellucci nearly had his second. But let's go back and check out that save and a beauty from Dershawn Stewart.
We've said it before in this season. We'll say it again. Dershawn Stewart, a bad, bad man in the blue paint. Look at the flexibility as he's in a full split with all of his weight shifted towards his backside. Man, oh man, that's a big-time stop from Dershawn Stewart, the graduate student.
Riley DeConey thought he had it, but instead a highlight reel for Dershawn Stewart. 1:15 left in the period. 5-3 Bulldogs. Spartans with speed. Long shot paddled away by Dershawn. Bulldogs team looks locked in right now as we have a skater in the Bulldog net and a penalty upcoming. I think a penalty was called.
Unsure there.
I might be wrong. DeRozier's.
I think they were just making sure that everybody gets separated. Okay. But I think what's interesting to talk about here, too. Oh, you're right. There is a penalty. It's going to be against Will Bowman. But I didn't see a signal because the linesman escorted him to the box. But we'll get it on the PA from Joe Van Giesen in a couple of seconds. But now with 1:05, we got a 2-minute power play for the Spartans, trailing by 2.
1:05 left in the second period. 6 goals scored in this frame, 5 by the home team. Ackel back to the point for Diaz. Here's Aston Ackel. Waiting, floating around that left side circle. Back to the point for Diaz. Ackel looking for Schmuck. Here's a shot instead by Ackel. Sent off to the corner. To the point for Diaz. Floating to the middle. Skates back. Finds Ackel right in the middle. His shot right into that glove of Dershawn Stewart.
Saw Ackel as the whistle was being blown. He was talking with his defense partner and Simon Diaz saying we got to move that puck a little bit quicker on the play. But another fantastic stop from Dershawn Stewart as the Spartans near 30 shots. 27 on the day so far. Now 28, they update it. 22 for the Bulldogs.
Face off to the right of Stewart. One back to the point for Diaz. Schmuck winds, fires. May have hit a body in front. Might have been Stewart's body, but Loretto grabs the loose change and throws it down. Ben Loretto's played a solid game on defense for the Dogs.
He sure has, and he's a really well-rounded player when he's in the right places on the ice and a smart, high IQ individual.
Matt Kudo takes the puck to the wall with 10 seconds left in the second. 5-3 Bulldogs. And the puck stays along there. Look at Kudo. The football equivalent would be taking a knee. And we head to the third period. This score was 2-0 after 1. It's now 5-3 Adrian after 2 periods. And Alex, you were going to make a point before we had some action.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's interesting to note, too, this is only the second time this season for the Spartans that they've given up 5 goals in a game, or more than 4, I should say, because the only other game that they have on their record where it's been more than 4 or 5 is against St. Norbert College. They lost 6-1. They had a game against Augsburg. That was a 5-4 overtime win. And Lake Forest, another 5-4 win. Other than that, it's been 3 and below, but really more towards 1 and 2 on the season. But a totally different period, to wrap up my train of thought, than we saw in the first. Bulldogs really were in a bad spot heading into the second period. They gave up another goal early, and they found a way to answer the call. Man, just a absolute burst of energy from these Dogs. 5-3 as we head into the third period.
Yeah, we'll talk about special teams again. They were a big factor in that second period. Bulldogs with 2 power play goals, a short-handed goal, and we'll break all that down in just a little bit. It's a top 10 showdown of D3 men's ice hockey, the NCAA. 5-3 Adrian College over Aurora University. We'll take a break. We'll be back in when Alex Herman, you're tuned in to Bulldog Hockey on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics. Brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrive today and never replicated after you graduate.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You have earned the right to be here through endless nights of studying, testing, writing, and dedication to learning. The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences, and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Now, as you face the world outside this academic haven, the concept of courage must not be left behind in your textbooks. It should be as alive in you today as your ambition to change the world for the better.
We were all born to be a Bulldog. Life drew us to this school, these people, and this tiny town. You were meant to be here to make a difference and to grow within yourself for the better. But what does it mean to truly be a Bulldog? Well, to scratch the surface, the students of Adrian College are anything but ordinary. The pride, grit, perseverance, and passion is absolutely unmatched. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2024. And know that today is yet another Bulldog victory.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president.
Hello and welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena here on the campus of Adrian College. Men's NCAA D3 hockey right here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Aurora University in town, part of a New Year's Eve showcase as the Bowdoin College Polar Bears waiting by. They'll play tomorrow afternoon and Tuesday, but we got a great one here at the Arrington. Ian Wendt, Alex Herman with you through 40 minutes. It's Adrian 5, Aurora 3. This was a 2-0 game for Aurora after the first period, but look what happened after 40.
Yeah, 5-3 after 40 minutes of play, like you said, Ian, and things really were not looking good to start the period off for the Bulldogs. 2 minutes and 13 seconds in, Landry Schmuck gets a goal. It becomes 3-0, and 3 goals, worst lead in hockey. Became 3-1 from the stick of Riley Murphy. Patrick Saney on another power play, 3-2, a shorthanded tally for Ryan Vellucci. Tied things up. Ryder Nienhaus gets his first goal as a Bulldog, and the first lead of this game at 4-3. 15-11 left to go in the second. And then finally, the 2-goal lead brought to you by Frank Tefelsky at 17:42. Another power play goal. Bulldogs absolutely rolling, just like we had hoped they would and talked about after the first intermission. They're 3-4-5 today. And on the other side, Aurora's 0-for-3. They have their fourth going right now with 55 seconds left to go as they'll open up the period up 5-4 in skaters. But face-offs being won by the Bulldogs 33-25. Dershawn Stewart with a couple of great saves. You saw that fantastic acrobatic stop with the right pad on the blocker. And I feel like the name of the game for the next 20 minutes is going to be defense. If you're going to find a way to come down, or come back, I should say, from 3 goals and then go up 2 at 5-3, now you got to defend, because you know that the Spartans are a relentless team. They've got some really talented shooters on their roster, and they're going to bring everything for this next regulation frame and really give the Bulldogs a run for their money. They want to try and do everything to win this game, and the Bulldogs definitely need the points in regulation.
What do you? Was there a moment or a strategy or an effort that changed things in your mind towards Adrian's favor? Because we had that early goal for Aurora, 3-0. We're going, oh boy, you know, and then something clicked, something happened, and all of a sudden it's a 5-3 game.
I think they just had a timely tally from Riley Murphy on that power play. You know, it's only 30 seconds on the dot after Landry Schmuck's goal to make it 3-0, and the Bulldogs get one back to go 3-1. That allows you to relax the shoulders a little bit. It eases the tension, because now you're only down by 2, which you were anyway to start the period, but at least you have one on the board. And I think the Bulldogs' mentality was struggling to get that first goal, and we've seen it in some games before where they don't score as quickly as they're used to, and they get frustrated. because the expectation is it's Adrian College. You see all the banners hanging down from the rafters. That's a lot of weight on your shoulders, no matter what class you are in your years as a scholar here at the school. I mean, it's a lot of pressure to be an Adrian College Bulldog, and it's hard to stay in the lineup. Everybody's good. Pieces can be moved around in any which way that they want to. So to be able to get that goal back, I feel like Riley Murphy jump-starting that second period effort with that power play goal to make things 3-1. That's going to be my key moment right there.
Yeah, and I don't disagree. And then Murphy made an assist, a primary assist on a later goal in that period. So a big one for Murphy, who is an uber talented player, a guy that, in his career spent time in the penalty box. There's no doubt about it. But there's talent there. This coaching staff knows it. These fans know it, and it showed up in that second period. And you saw just what this Bulldog team can be. I think those power plays are huge. Obviously, you mentioned, and it's up on our screen if you're watching, 3 for 5. 3 for 3 in that period, right? They were 0 for 2 in the first period. The other thing I've observed from afar, you've called more games than I, you've seen more of this team this year. They can be a streaky club. Mm-hmm. They can get 5 on you, but then they can give up a few in a row. And, you want to lock down defensively. If you get opportunities, obviously you'd like to get that 3-goal cushion. Makes things a little more simple.
Absolutely. And streaky is an interesting thing to talk about, too, because you look at the time separation between all of these goals for the Bulldogs. 2:43 into the second period, they get their first. And then just about 2 minutes later, at 5:25, they get their second. Almost just barely 3 minutes later. So for me, I'm looking at it thinking about 2 minutes. At 8:36, they get their third. There's a streak for you right there. And then later on in the period, 15:11, they get one back 2 minutes later. So I think for the Bulldogs, continuing to have that relentless pressure is going to be important for them, because when they're playing their game and they know what's going on and what the strategy is, they've got it. And the expectation for them this whole season was they added some really solid players despite losing some key graduates, but it's all right there. You just got to take it.
Top 10 showdown. 20 minutes on the clock for the third period. 5-3 Bulldogs, and the Spartans are skating 5-on-4 for another 45 seconds. Fresh ice out there for these two teams as the puck goes back to center. Diaz on it right there. Aston Ackel gets a little give and go. Kudo with a stick there and thrown the rest of the way by Vellucci.
Good clear from Vellucci to help the Bulldogs get the second PK unit out there.
Sophomore scored his first goal of the season back in that second period. As Schmuck plays it to the corner, Loretto high and cleared it. Diaz batted it down, but too much momentum on that clear. 10 seconds now left on the Spartans power play. Poked at by Patosha. Picked up and carried on further by Chase Schmidt. Musatelli slapping on the ice. Will Bowman is out of the box, but the puck not out of the zone yet. May jumps on it for Adrian College. Puck to the middle. Loretto is on it. Over for May. May to center. Off the glove and down by Mathis Bedard. Bedard through the blue line. Left it right there. Little give and go. High shot. May have hit Stewart. May have hit the crossbar. Stays out. Chance here for Murphy. Fortuitous Bulldog bounce. Murphy goes low, and it's a kick saved by Musatelli.
Great patience from Musatelli to stay over that puck and deny the breakaway from Murphy. That could have been huge for him.
That was a fortunate Bulldog bounce off the linesman right there. Murphy nearly had his second. Jacob with Bowman. Soft off the glass. Murphy involved. Puck thrown up over the back of the head of the Spartan. Number 10, Jake Code. Now it's deflected by Murphy. He'll take a shove and go to the bench. Bulldogs making changes to match the Spartans' changes. Patosha on the ice for Coach Adam Phillips out there with Amsbaugh and Sorensen. Far side of the ice, Kudo lays a check, missed the puck, so Jacob all the way back. Turned it over right to Assen Ackel. Jacob finds it back, but it's Kudo there first. Off the wall, Sorensen to Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh gets upended in front of the Spartan bench. Eckel, looking for his man across the middle. Eckel's got it behind the cage, left to right, and it's Schmuck to the point. Shot, and a nifty glove by Stewart, an awkward look, and a couple of appreciation, just in the way, taps between Eckel and Stewart.
That's the respect of the game that you always love to see between two teams that are definitely rivals, and a high-powered shooter, Hassan Eckel, and a really strong netminder in Dershawn Stewart.
It's a really young Spartan team. You look at their roster. They have a couple of standout seniors, but you look at their production. You got Eckel, who's a junior. You got Schmuck, who's a freshman. This team will be solid for next few years. Here's a fluttering puck towards Stewart. Dershawn will cover it up with 17:09 left in the third. 5-3, Adrian College out in front.
Have to wonder what kind of emotions will play into this game for Aurora. You started to see them get really frustrated in that second, and rightfully so, giving up 5 in one period.
Shots on goal, 30-23 unofficially for Aurora, as this is off the wall by Amsbaugh. Up there with Reel and Tefelski. Tefelski has a goal tonight. And they'll go back and defend. The Spartans look to break out 3-on-3, but it's picked off by Summers. And Brad on the backhand, and it's out to center. Summers takes a whack at it instead through a pack of Bulldogs, and now it's up ahead to Summers. He finds himself with it, leaves it back for Reel, and couldn't get all of it on the one-timer look. Reel wheeling around, turns it over to Aurora. Nice defensive play by Bedard as he plays it around the Bulldog deep into the corner. Shot thrown on, spinning, but picked off by Loretto. Loretto's got a point today. Been solid defensively, too, as Troon is out there with May and Vellucci. Jacob and Bowman now on the ice. Vellucci puts on the brakes. Troon alone behind the Spartan goal, trying to find the puck, and he does, and he's met by a Aurora defender, and they lift it up to center. Arm is up for an icing, and this will be icing on the Spartans as Jacob gets back there first.
Good time to get a freeze for the Bulldogs. Can make changes if you want to. It doesn't look like they will, as they were in the early stages of the shift.
Of course, home team gets last change with a stoppage in play. To the left side of Musatelli. Clean win by Vellucci on the draw for Adrian College. Loretto down deep through the legs of Connor May. Vellucci pursuing. Aurora sends bodies to the puck as Troon gets taken down. Bedard in there knifing at it for the Spartans. And Diaz is on it. To the point for Bowman. His shot got through one body but not a second. And it finds its way back to Will. But a pleasure of working with Mr. Bowman down in the scorer's booth doing some part-time PA work here at the college. Nice kid.
Always a nice guy. Friendly face to see around the rink for sure.
Dershawn Stewart has it. Bulldog goalie plays it over for Malika to Saney. Too far out there for Nienhaus, who has a goal tonight. Nice defense there. Springs Saney. Saney with Lovasek. Saney waits across Lovasek. He sent it wide. Had an opening. Nearly a 3-goal cushion there for the Dogs.
Just needed a little bit of elevation on that shot.
Lovasek held the zone. Kudo, a little give and go, and it's read there and stolen by the Spartans. Number 20, Jacob Brockman. Brockman scored one of the Spartans' 3 goals tonight. And now it's Malika. Up ice to Kudo, and Nienhaus fires it in further to the Spartans' end. As Musatelli puts it there. Harassed there by Adrian's Amsbaugh, and it's Patosha. Ryan will take a shot off the inside of a leg. And here's an attempt right in the crease. That's loose. Where's the puck? And it's around the back of the cage.
Good stretch save from Musatelli as he's able to keep that out.
Ben Loretto on the biscuit for the Bulldogs. Touch pass to Patosha, gets it right back. Now it's Clark on the far side. Patosha tried to go between the legs. Bouncing, rolling puck, free to Aurora. Code through the zone. Defended there by Clark and Loretto. Bouncing, rolling puck in the slot. Loretto's there for Adrian.
Looked like Bulldogs wanted an offsides call.
Aurora jumps on it. Code up further. Bowman takes his man to the boards. That's 88 Chase Baroda. Baroda down there near side in the Bulldog end. 13:27 left in the third. It's 5-3 AC. Amspawn knifes it free. Now it's back for Aurora. Trying to find themselves here in this third period. And they'd probably tell you that was not Spartans hockey in that second period, giving up 5 goals and tallying one of their own. But looking for an answer here as the Bulldogs have clamped down in this third period. Puck behind the goal line. It's Bowman shoveling it, but the Spartans intercept that pass. Nice move at the blue line, skating into the slot dot area, I should say, and a quick shot and a nice save. Giuliano Santalucia, and Stewart makes the save.
A little bit of a off-speed pitch there for Stewart. But he's able to get the glove on it. 12:50 left to go in the third period. Dogs leading 5-3. And they just need to defend here to close this one out.
Well, you'd love that 6th goal, too, that 3-goal lead if you can get it. But you're hoping the defense can lead to the offense. Malika off the boards, up for Tefelsky. The youngster slaps it down. No icing as Musatelli comes out to play it. Real. And it go through his body. And now Matt Kudo back defending on Ackle. That's the matchup I want. Assen Ackle on Matt Kudo. And advantage Kudo that time. Back into the zone, here we go again. Kudo plays it quickly over to Malika. Malika has trouble with it. Spartans get it to the middle. Kick save by Stewart, then another one. Sneaky good saves there by Dershawn Stewart with that pad.
Kind of had a hard time with the first one, but recovered nicely. And again, Spartans right on top of the blue paint.
Kudo lifts it down. This arm is up by the referee, and it will be an icing on the black and gold with 12:02 left in this third period.
Good chance here for the Spartans to get some fresh legs on the ice.
This game was 3-0 Aurora early second period. By the end of it, it was an onslaught of Bulldog tallies. 5-3 is our score. And it's number 5 Aurora trailing number 7 Adrian. Now it all depends on what ranking you're looking at. 3 different ones for D3 hockey as Santalucia gains his own for the Spartans. Here's a look for them and can't get a clean look at it. Nice closeout defense by Malika and company as the puck goes up toward the Spartan bench. Summers escorts it further down.
Some adjustments on the second line for the Spartans. Carson Holiday stepping in, playing wing, as you see him there on the far side. With Chase Broda and Matt Weber.
Double team, but kept the zone a high shot. Paddled away by Stewart. Deflects up into the netting. 11:22 in the third. 5-3 Adrian College. No scoring in the third stanza. Ian Wendt and Alex Herman on the call here tonight. Adrian will be in action on Tuesday, New Year's Eve day, as they will take on Bowdoin College as the Polar Bears are in town. Shot wide of Stewart. Bulldog takes a tumble, but Clark got it to the point but not out. He's on it again. Tries the opposite side. May pokes ahead to himself. Connor May, Bulldogs have numbers. Vellucci and Troon is offside.
Oh, man. I don't know if I agree with this call.
Wow, that was awful close.
Ooh, that was pretty close and might have been the angle for us up here in the booth, but you'll see it a second time. The Bulldogs would have otherwise had a 2-on-1 as they came across the line, and Troon just a little bit too far ahead. I was looking more towards the puck, so my vision obscured on that look.
Linesman Joshua Danielowski with clear eyes down there. Got to shout out the Stripes when they do things well. That is the right call. Although it did take away a 2-on-1 opportunity. Puck all the way down to the Adrian end. Jacob on it for AC. Saney had to go off his stick. And the Spartans trying to establish anything. You know, the Aurora team was stuck to the Bulldogs like glue in the first period. This third period's been the opposite. Far side corner is Schmuck. Back for number 20, Jacob Brockman. Brockman stretch pass too far. Bowman's there for the icing. 10:32 left in the third. Bulldogs will take that.
Saw Riley Murphy go for a little bit of a jump pass, trying to catch it out of midair. Got hit before he made any contact.
Say jump pass, and then Van Halen must be listening to the broadcast. They're playing
jump.
That,
that was not planned, but now that you point it out, that's listen.
Take credit. It's a 2-on-2 developing for the Spartans. Diaz with Eckel. Eckel's shot goes wide. Nice box out there by Bowman. Amsbaugh out of the middle, and it goes to the point for the Spartans. Space, backdoor shot, missed the net. Not sure if Stewart got anything on that, but it stuck on the back of the net outside of it. Maybe we can get another look at that, as it was a grade A opportunity in front.
Another opportunity for the Spartans where they're able to open up the ice and slip somebody behind the defenses. Julian Jacob was looking towards the puck side and didn't see that there was a trailer behind him, and I really feel like the Bulldogs kind of got lucky with one that didn't find the back of the net. Just a little bit too far ahead of the intended passer.
Halfway through the third period, 5-3 Adrian College, leading over the 5th-ranked Aurora University Spartans. Amsbaugh gains the zone for Adrian, waiting. Cross ice, one-timer went wide off the stick of Sorensen. Amsbaugh down low for Patosha. Now it's back to Amsbaugh. Right side half wall, rotating to the point. A lot of focus on Amsbaugh as Kudo plays it back to Ian. Amsbaugh around the cage. Looking to the front, it's on Musatelli. Rebound is out there. Kudo takes a shot, blocked in front. Spartans having issues in the slot. Amsbaugh left side top of the circle, double teamed. But there's Sorensen keeping the zone, and now Kudo from the point. Malika off a Spartan stick, and Aurora needed that whistle with 9:14 left in the third.
Talking about Ian Amsbaugh for a second there, you see how much more passive the Spartans are to step up on anybody else but him. I wonder if their strategy going into the game, knowing that he's a really good shooter right now, is to try and just hound around him as much as possible whenever he has the puck. But when it goes to anybody else, they take a little bit longer to try and step up to make a defensive play.
Here's Summers. His deflected shot goes wide. As Loretto pinches down from his defensive spot, Tefelsky takes his spot at the point. And they'll have to go back and defend as the Spartans have a 3-on-2 developing. Clark back there with Tefelsky defending. Oh, and it's a turnover right to Real. Miscue by the Spartans. Tefelsky the other way for Adrian. Summers looking, shooting, and that just went off the side of the cage. And Spartan without a stick.
Yeah, I think Summers is going to get called for a slash.
Yeah, there's a reason he doesn't have a twig. Thanks to 13 in white. So the Spartans do a power play, down 2. Middle stages, third period.
Another chance here for the Spartan power play, 0 for 3 already today. And they'll go up 5 skaters to 4. Down by 2.
You don't need one, but you'd really like one if you're Aurora here offensively. As Coach Jason Bloomingburg looking at his lineup card. So they're going to chase Patosha out of the box, or the dot rather, and May will glide in. May will win that draw to Kudo. Matt with space, hard off the glass and out to center. So it's May, Patosha, Malika, and Kudo. Boy, 3 of those guys have a lot of Bulldog experience. Malika, the lone man out as the Spartans have trouble getting into the zone. Diaz fluttering at the middle ice area, plays it off the high glass into the Bulldog zone. Malika on it for Adrian. Two skaters pursue for the Spartans. They get it free to the wall. Ackle guarded there by May. Now it's to the point for Diaz. He'll take a shot, and it goes wide to Stewart, who never saw it.
That was a good screen in front, taking away the eyes of Dershawn Stewart.
Schmuck plays it to the point, gets it back one-timer, fans on it. That gives Potosha a chance to take him into the boards. Puck not quite out yet, as the Spartans do a nice job here on the power play. Halfway through it, goes free. Left side, Diaz waiting. Back to the point, Ackle shoots and scores a power play goal for the Spartans. Ackle goes glove side, and the Bulldog bench cannot believe it. They wanted interference on the goalie, Dershawn Stewart.
Well, we'll take a second glance at it, and you'll see how much traffic there was in front of Dershawn Stewart. There's a quadruple screen starting right there. And at that point, Dershawn just can't see the puck, and I'm going to have to agree with him. It does look like there's some contact in front of the net, because as they're shooting the puck, you'll see that Dershawn loses his footing right about there, and the only person in front of him is number 27 in Eddie Polisian. So the officials are going to talk this over.
And of course, no benefit of replay if you're the officials. And, you know, the question is, did a Bulldog defender push a Spartan into Stewart?
Correct.
If that's the case, good goal. If he went into Stewart on his own, I don't know. I mean, I've seen goals overturned after the fact, and there's a lengthy discussion.
Yeah, let's see if we can just take one more look at it, but just a little bit slower, more towards that goal. As you see it moved over towards the top, they center it there, and it's a box-out play. Yeah, there's no contact with the Bulldogs. There's no push that you can see, but definitely some contact in front, and it looks like they're going to let this one stand.
So the explanation from one of our referees, Paul Rigby, over to Bulldog head coach Adam Phillips, as right now it's 5-4 Bulldogs. Ackle on the power play is 5th of the season. Just a seeing eye shot.
No contact or not, I mean, as a goaltender, it doesn't matter what your height is. It's kind of hard to stop the puck when there's 4 people in front of you. The house has to be cleared, and you need to be able to see where it is on somebody's blade, and in that instance, Stewart just couldn't get his eyes to it. Not his fault by any means, but finally the Spartans get a power play goal, 1 for 4 on the day. 7:29 left to go in the third. It's a 5-4 hockey game.
9 goals between these two.
Not a goalie day.
Not a great day to be a goalie. As the Spartans get some life here, middle stages, third period, 7:14 left in it. And Adrian holding on to a 1-goal lead. Their arm is up, and it will be an icing on Adrian as Mathis Bedard goes back and touches up.
I think it's important right now for the Bulldog bench not to get frustrated. You give one up as you had a lot of momentum going into this frame, but even though you find yourself now only up by 1 tally instead of 2, you got to continue to play your game and just do the little things right.
As this is Clark taking it to the neutral zone himself, but Assen Ackle there to intercept. Plays it back down low for Loretto. Clark again. Murphy, nice hard pass over there to Alec Lovasek. Feeds it down deep for Patrick Saney. Saney took a check to the back, and Aurora has it. Going left to right here in this third period, and the arm is up again for an icing. We've had a fair share of those today. 6:37 left in the third period. 5-4 the score. Shots on goal still favor the visitors unofficially, 36-25.
It's been another challenging day for Dershawn Stewart. Just getting the kitchen sink thrown at him, and he's had to stand tall and all season long, really just playing his part.
Quick chance off the draw by Amsboff. Couldn't get through a sea of sticks and skates. And there goes Schmuck free for the Spartans, 1-on-3. as Aurora wants to make a change. Nice job by the freshman going up there against Bowman and Amsbaugh. The possession, though, to Jacob, who turns it over. Oh, a nice back check there by Patosha as Chase Schmidt was right there on the doorstep.
Lucky he didn't get that shot off, too, because that was a really close chance to the net for a one-time slap shot.
Aurora gains the line. Here's a long shot off the handle of Stewart's stick and up out of play, and there's a little tussle after the whistle. 6:01 left in the third. Ian Wendt, Alex Herman on the call with you. Game 1 of 3 as this early week New Year's showdown, showcase. The Spartans again will play tomorrow, and the Bulldogs will play on Tuesday, 3 o'clock against Bowdoin College as the Polar Bears from the NESCAC come to town. Well, they're already in town. As we have a whistle and a restart on the face-off to the right side of Dershawn Stewart.
It looked like Stewart was talking to Mark DeRogers about something as they were going to drop the puck. Make sure that everybody wasn't distracted.
Chase Schmidt for Aurora, and it was Ryan Vellucci for the Bulldogs. Spartans are offside, so Kudo can play it off to Malika. Tipped off the stick of Theo Troon. A lot of minutes for number 7 right there on the puck, the big-bodied defenseman. As Malika, the junior, transfer from St. Lawrence University, a D1 program. Back here defending. Out there with Matt Kudo, longtime Bulldog, as a Spartan is down just inside the Bulldog end. A stick goes flying now, too. Look out. No arm is up for any sort of penalty as a Bulldog lost his stick, or a Spartan rather. Chance for Tefelsky goes off his stick. So makeshift power play for Adrian College as 5 skaters, 4 sticks for the Spartans. 5 skaters, 5 sticks for the Bulldogs, and now they get that 5th one on the ice.
Jackson Kirk, who went back to the bench quickly. And they call this offsides.
Oh, I think a hand pass was that call.
Wow.
It was not offsides.
Okay.
So just under 5 minutes left in this one. Mentioned it in the pregame. 3-3 is the Adrian College record at home. Aurora 4-2 away from home. Bulldogs up a goal here. 4:56 left in the third as they get the loose stick back to the Aurora University bench. Bouncing at the Spartan blue line, taking it up further now is Jake Code. Code to the middle, Clark intercepts. Plays it off the linesman Ludlow, but Summers there for Adrian College. They look to set up a forecheck here and take some more time off this clock. They're back defending now. Rolling puck to the slot, and Clark finds his way to it. High off the glass, not out. And what is the call here?
I think it was a deflection into the netting. Or no, another hand pass.
Wow. This one on Aurora.
All right, so everybody gets one. So it cancels out.
Could you clue our fans in on, you can grab a puck if it's up in the air, but you have to drop it right down.
Yeah,
you can't carry it, you can't throw it.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the ruling really is you can't close your hand over the puck. So if your fingers grab onto it while it's in your palm, that's the hand pass. So as long as you deflect it with your hand open, then it's good to go.
So it doesn't have to go straight down.
Correct.
Oh, the more you know. Levasak for the Bulldogs, off to Kudo at the point. His pass read and picked off by Jacob Brockman for Aurora, and Schmuck is going to go on Malika. Schmuck wins that battle. Now to the point, waiting, down to the low slot, shot saved by Stewart. Rebound sent to the boards as Saney's grimacing in pain. Here's a long shot off a leg, and this goes to the corner again. Levasak lays it up high. Keep an eye on 15 and white, Saney, as they call icing here on Adrian, so he's going to have to stay out there with 3:50 left in a 1-goal game.
Yeah, it looked like Saney might have gotten hit in the lower regions as he was in transition to the puck, but seems to be all right now. No movement to our left from Musatelli with 3:40 left to go. Still a little bit of time before sometimes you see the netminder being pulled, but I imagine he'll be doing his head checks diagonally up to his left.
2-goal game, you might consider it, right? 1-goal game, close enough. Nienhaus, plays the puck in and lays the wood. He's going to go back and defend now. We do keep an eye on Musatelli as the Bulldogs are up a goal here. Chaos in front of the Bulldog goal as Amsbaugh skates it out free for AC. Over the red line, now the blue line has Patosha trailing. Back to Patosha, Amsbaugh, and boy, nice defense there by Aurora.
Oh, look out in the corner.
Skirmish there.
Look like Patosha is tangled up with Sedlasek.
Patosha's not a guy that normally gets in those kind of things.
Nope.
He can hold his own, though.
Sure can.
5'11", $180. He's been around.
Yeah, one of the more impressive guys in the weight room for sure. The times that I see him in passing, going to do my own stuff.
Bulldogs a late skater off the ice. Here we go. Face off to the left of Musatelli, and they're going to throw Patosha out. Yes. So here comes Anton Sorensen in. Take the draw. The sophomore from Illinois wins it. Clark takes a shot at it. Deflects into the corner. Sorensen gives chase along with Patosha. Bulldogs by a goal. Under 3 now to go. Against Aurora University. Spartans want a penalty away from the play. None coming. 2:50 left in the hockey game here in the third period.
Need to keep an eye on this cherry picker up top and Chase Broda as he's going to stay towards the blue line.
Sorensen, nice job on the forecheck. And here's a turnover in front. Shot by Sorensen goes high. That could have been it right there as the icing arm is up. Loretto back to touch up and face off in the Spartan end with 2:31 left in the third.
Some more jawing going on.
Loretto
looks like the
Adrian.
county.
Yeah,
for Aurora. The linesman will step in to separate the masses.
38-26 are the shots on goal unofficial for Aurora. Yet they trail 5-4. Just one goal in this third period. It was Assen Ackel on the power play. Face off to the left of Musatelli. Draw one by Adrian. Malika off the boards. Down low further. Vellucci pursuing. And it goes all the way in front of the penalty box as Matt Kudo makes the play and takes a hit. Retreating for this one is John Hallard, number 25. His pass gets to the blue line, influenced by Connor May. And now Kudo, and it's back for Malika. Theo Troon, Spartans in a change. Troon to the net, tries to get a backhander, puck into the blue paint, but Musatelli right there, not fooled by Theo Troon. 2:03 left in the third.
Yep. Musatelli freezing the puck up there with the trapper. Started to see him creep his way to the edges of the paint, possibly in preparation to head to the bench for an extra attacker.
Draw into the Spartans' corner. Santa Lucia carries it up himself. The Aurora captain takes a bump from Riley Murphy. Clark leaves it back for Saney. Saney eludes the banners, bouncing it up ice to Summers. Hits the linesman and stays in the Spartan end. 1:39 left in this one. Diaz can't hold it in. Saney will for Adrian out there with Summers. And now it's Ackel. Right side to the left side in front of the Bulldog bench. Adrian could have a 3-on-2, but Murphy elects to just shoot the puck down, and he iced it. Icing is the call as Murphy did not gain that red line. We may have a change in the call, though, as one of our referees, Mark DeRosiers, is standing outside the Bulldog blue line, and we'll have another discussion.
Linesmen are coming together here, and yeah, looks like it. Draw's going to be up at the center ice bruiser logo.
And that's tough if you're the Spartans. Thought you had an icing go in your favor, and both teams go to the benches. Coach Jason Bloomingburg will call a timeout. We'll keep it right here as you're tuned in to Adrian College Bulldog Hockey on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Alex Herman, Dakota Schneider, Forrest Vernier, and Trevor Wilson. All part of our wonderful broadcast here tonight. A 5-4 game. Alex, could you recap for the fans how we got here?
Yeah, I mean, it was a fast start for the Spartans. In the third period, or in the first period, I should say, they had 2 goals. Lucas Sedlasek at 2:54, Jacob Brockman at 10:51. You get to the second period, 2:13 in, Landry Schmuck, and then all Bulldogs from there. 5 goals straight. Riley Murphy, Patrick Saney, Ryan Vellucci, Ryder Nienhaus, and Frank Tefelsky. And Tefelsky's goal made it a 5-3 game, and the only goal we've seen so far in the third, a power play goal by team leader Hassan Akel. And with 1:22 left to go here in the third period, less than 90 seconds, a 1-goal affair.
Musatelli looking over to his bench. Face off at center ice, tying up for possession, and it's Diaz for Aurora. They want to get it deep. Musatelli looking, and there's the signal. He's gone. The net is empty now for the Spartans. 6-on-5 skaters. They get it to the front. 1-on-2 as the knuckleballer went in on Stewart. What defense, though, by Matt Kudo. He took on 2 Spartans, and Stewart caught a knuckleballer from, looked like Schmuck took that shot.
I'm wondering if this was a friendly fire shot on goal. I don't know if the Spartans got one off here somehow. You'll see it right. Oh, no, it was a swipe there from behind. Landry Schmuck went dolphin dive to the ice, and he batted the puck off of the stick of Kudo, as now the Bulldogs will take a timeout. And that could have been disaster for Adrian College. But luckily, Stewart standing tall gets the stoppage. What a wacky play there. You don't see that a lot.
No, those are odd, and you can speak from experience, right? Being a keeper yourself, it's like catching a knuckleball. You don't know really where it's going. Just get your body in front of it.
Yeah, when the puck comes at you at the times where you least expect it, it's the hardest times in the game to really make a save, because when you're anticipating it at a different point in time and then you get it earlier or later, it throws off your timing on your judgment and then your ultimate decision making on what you want to try and do and throw your body which way.
All right, timeout on the ice. 5-4 Adrian College. We have 1:06 left in the third period. 5-4 Bulldogs lead. We get some cheering here from the fans. Spartans' net is empty. 6 skaters for Aurora. 5 in a goalie for the Bulldogs. Face off to the left of Stewart. Into the dot, no clear possession. Now it's Matt Kudo into the corner. He gets taken off the puck, spinning into the low painted area, taken away by Patrick Saney. Saney chips it up to center ice, but not enough for a goal as Aston Akel is back, turned it over to Summers. Oh, he was looking for Saney, and Saney wasn't ready for it. Spartans with a 2-on-2 the other way. Kudo lost an edge. Schmuck in, tripped up. No penalty coming as 35 seconds are left in this third period. Summers gives chase. Out there with Brockman. Brockman on it with 28 seconds left. Solid defense by Summers. Pass picked off by May. May, a backhander, goes up over the cage. No icing. He was inside the red line. The Spartans to center. It's picked off by Connor once again. 13 seconds left. Summers. Saney. Goal! A goal for Adrian College. Saney has 2.
How about that from the freshman Patrick Saney? 2 massive goals in this game, and he gets the dagger on the empty net. Connor May with some retreat work, good touch pass, no doubt about it. And the celly to thank the crowd, saying, how about that? Patrick Saney makes it a 6-4 game and will help the Bulldogs close this out with 8.4 seconds left in the third period.
Summers and May made that play happen. And the youngster gets paid off, and Vellucci will win a draw for good measure as Julian Jacob is on it, and the clock will expire.
Fans to their feet at the AIA, saluting their Bulldogs. And what a way to start the weekend for Adrian College. Lost the first 2 games earlier on this season to the Spartans squad, who's certainly a well-rounded team. And they figure out a way to erase a 3-0 deficit, score 5 straight in the second period, and 1 empty netter in the third. And they take it 6-4.
As the fight song says, another Bulldog victory, this one over your rival, Aurora University. And we talked about it all day, a top 10 matchup in right now the best conference in D3, NCAA men's ice hockey, the Northern Collegiate Hockey Association. This one did not count toward those standings, but that's big when you're looking at the national rankings. One of these teams will need an at-large bid, right? And there are only 4 available in the country, 10 auto bids, 4 at-large. So this win could go a big way for the Bulldogs should they need to get an at-large berth. But the weekend's not over. They'll continue on Tuesday as they take on Bowdoin College, the Polar Bears out from Maine. And if you're Aurora, hey, no time to sit around and think about it. They're in action tomorrow afternoon right here as they'll take on the Polar Bears as well.
Absolutely. 3 p.m. puck drop tomorrow for the 2 neutral teams here at the Arrington Ice Arena. I'll be right here, and joining me for that, special guest, legend on campus, Matt Kibbe, will join me on color. Excited to have him back in the AIA. Been some time since we've seen him, but Bowdoin and Aurora will play tomorrow. That will be an interesting puck drop for sure. But the stick taps and the stick raise for Adrian College as they skate away with a massive 6-4 win.
Yeah, so we'll preview the next couple of days. Tomorrow will not be on The Cave, your local radio station. It'll be on ACTV exclusive. And then we'll do this again, Mr. Herman, on Tuesday, as we'll be back on the Adrian College Sports Network, 96.5 The Cave, and ACTV for that matchup on Tuesday. Looking forward to it. Bowdoin right there on the fringe. They're looking to pick up a big win, and boy, what a fun weekend. What a nice tournament that Adrian's hosting, sort of a showcase 3-team round robin here at the Arrington. So we're going to take a quick break. We get to our 3 stars of the game right after this, the final on a Sunday evening. It's Adrian College 6, Aurora University 4. You're tuned into Bulldog Hockey on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit. Hi.
Welcome back to the Arrington Ice Arena as we have the introduction of the 3 stars as called here at the rink. Dershawn Stewart, the 3rd star. Mr. Tefelsky with the 2nd. And Patrick Saney with your 1st star here today. All Bulldogs in their comeback win. They trailed 3-0, went up 5-3, and evened up 1 goal apiece in that 3rd period to win it 6-4. Ian went Alex Herman with you on the mic. Do we have any other players we should mention for 3 stars?
I was just going to say, honestly, it's a well-deserved 1st star from Patrick Saney. He picks up 2 goals in this game, so he's now got 6 for the season and a total of 10 points, which is a nice even number. But I thought really, other than Riley Murphy, that was a very well-played game by the freshman. Had some massive plays. You remember back in the 2nd period, he made a diving, really stretch in the hash marks to break up a backdoor play for the top scorer in Hassan Akel. And other than that, I mean, got a power play goal and empty netter to seal the deal. Good game from Patrick Saney. Dershawn Stewart as well, always fantastic. Had his work cut out for him for sure. Played another solid game, and definitely things to clean up for the Bulldogs heading into Tuesday's game against Bowdoin College, who we know will definitely play them pretty hard. They've had some tightly contested games with some good opponents so far this season, and interesting to see those two teams play each other when regularly they wouldn't be opponents that we would see.
Yeah, it'd be first time meeting for Bowdoin to play either Aurora or Adrian College, based on my research. So first time for everything. Well, I'd like to thank our wonderful crew that made this broadcast possible. Dakota Schneider, Forrest Vernier, Trevor Wilson, my broadcast partner Alex Herman. My name is Ian Wentz, saying goodbye and good night. Another Bulldog victory. The NCAA men's team gets it done, 6-4 over Aurora University. You've been tuned in to Bulldog Hockey on the Adrian College Sports Network.